Welcome back to the stream. So just 7 minutes ago, we officially got word that Gemini 3 Pro is now in Cursor. So with that being said, we are now going to actually be using this model today to work on real production code. So as you can see here, Gemini 3 Pro right here. So that's actually interesting. It's not even 3.0, it's 3 Pro. They did no 0.0. That's actually interesting. We'll have to update our titles. But one thing that I'm gonna say is that, we are going to be testing this today on real production code. So let me get everything set up. But as you can see here, Gemini 3 Pro is now accessible. We're gonna be using this for the next 3 to 4 hours on ViewCreator. So for those that actually watch this channel and are up to date with our Vibe Coding an App Until I Make $1 Million series, in the past 78 days, we have built ViewCreator, which is an all-in-one platform to create viral content. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit about ViewCreator before we get started here. So ViewCreator, you are able to connect your different social accounts, create brand profiles, and have an access to a suite of AI tools where you are able to create content and publish content as a creator or a brand or a social media marketing manager, all inside of ViewCreator. So we're gonna be working on this today. This is a very complex project, and it's going to be a great way to be able to actually put Cursor with Gemini 3 Pro to the test. So with that being said, let me do a couple things on my end to actually get everything up and running. But you heard it right, folks. We are going to be vibe coding with Gemini 3 Pro today. Let me actually get everything set up on my end. But today is going to be a big day, guys. Obviously, this model just came out less than 10 minutes ago. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up chat here. Let's get it, guys. Noah, NS, what's up, man? How's it going? NS was first. So let's get this going. So let's CD into the ViewCreator UI. And what I really like about Cursor is that we're able to run everything inside of their browser tool. So we can just go to localhost 3000, and it's going to be right here. Let's pull up. So here's ViewCreator. We can access it in here. And then obviously we're going to change this to Gemini 3 Pro. So a 200,000 context window. So this is the preview, so you can see that it says Google's latest flagship model, great for daily use, and this is a preview. As you can see, the version says preview. So yeah, so all right, what's up, guys? Chat's going crazy. So let me get a quick poll started. If you guys haven't already liked or subscribed, make sure you do so. But we are going to be going for the next 3 to 4 hours. So if you guys are looking for legit vibe coding with this new model, as you know, we have a real production ready site that we're going to be working on today. So with that being said, let's just kind of get this kicked off. Let's check out everything. Let's go here. So let's get the API launched here. And we're going to start off with some UI tasks, okay? And also, can somebody drop the link to the stream in the Discord? Or I guess I can do it as well, but let me drop this here. All right, so vibe coding with Gemini 3 Pro. Let's get it, guys. Okay, so it's free. Also, is it free? I don't know if it's free. Does anybody know? Is it free? Let's actually take a look. Let's. I wanna try out some tasks. So we're gonna take a look at the benchmarks here in a minute in the stream. But right now, we'll just we'll work on this here and get started with a couple tasks, okay? So the first thing that I wanna do, okay, is recently we are actually updating the pricing to ViewCreator. So as you guys know, we have ViewCreator 2.0, which is set to release. And with ViewCreator 2.0, what we want to do is we are now opening up to a free plan, a pro plan, an ultra plan, and a business plan. So with that being said, let's actually just give Gemini 3 Pro its first prompt, and let's completely re-envision the styling of the pricing page. Completely restyle and rework this page, make it modern using Shad CN, and also make it fully responsive and really improve the modernness and responsiveness and make it better. Also improve the SEO for the page. I don't know, so we're just gonna give it a simple prompt. So let's see how fast it is. So this is Gemini 3 Pro. Let's see here, chat. So Golam said you can get Gemini CLI 100 requests a day with the AI Pro plan. Yeah, well, we may have to try the Gemini CLI. I haven't used the Gemini CLI to date just because, it's not like let's see. It's also, I got my Stream Deck set up. I want to see what you guys see here. Yeah, so this is the setup here. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So I just got a Stream Deck. So what a Stream Deck is, it allows you to kind of just like have a, it's this right here. And this is the first day. I actually, shout out to WDan in the chat, because I have this set up, so I can basically, by clicking this, I can switch to this screen. By clicking this, I can switch here, just by the click of these buttons, which makes it a little bit easier for me while I'm managing the stream. So, yeah, Cloudflare is down right now, Imperium. What's up, by the way? Yeah, 4 pricing plans. So this is still working. Let's see. Let's let it do its thing. Yeah, Cloudflare was down. I think it's back up now, though, because even what's crazy is that, you know, Cloudflare was down, and it actually impacted ChatGPT. It impacted Perplexity, so I was only able to use, like, the Perplexity app. So while this is working, I think one thing about Gemini 3 Pro is it actually does take a while to load. So this is going to be working for a while. So what's great about Cursor is we're going to be able to launch multiple agents at once and really put this to the test. So let's launch another terminal here, and we're going to work on another piece of functionality, and we're going to put Gemini 3.0 Pro on it. So let's go here, and let's go to the Creator UI, and let's actually start this project. Uday said, what's the model name for 3.0? I want to use its API. So let's see, in OpenRouter, let's check on OpenRouter right now. So in OpenRouter AI, while this is working, let's just kind of see, is it on OpenRouter? So it doesn't look like it's on OpenRouter yet. Let's see. Like, there's probably benchmarks on X, right? Like, can we pull up some benchmarks here? So, okay, so here's what Google AI Studio said. Gemini 3 Pro, 18 minutes ago, our most intelligent model yet. Soda reasoning, 1,501. So they're the first people to break 1,500 on the LM Arena. So this is actually definitely the best model. I doubt, I mean, is LM Arena updated yet? I doubt it is. Oh my gosh, this Cloudflare stuff is so annoying. All right, so never mind. We can't access LM Arena because of that. But it says next level vibe coding capabilities. I mean, guys, if you've ever thought about, you know, vibe coding and like, is vibe coding the future? Is vibe coding just a fad, or is it here to stay? I mean, you have Google, one of the world's biggest companies, saying it's got next level vibe coding capabilities. Like, if you guys don't see that and you don't see it for what it is, then I don't know what to tell you. So it's still working on the redesign. You can see that actually, is it done here? So it did make an update. You guys saw that update come in. So you can see that made a pretty big update, but like, there's issues here. Do you see how it's, you know, this is now overlapping it? So that's an issue. But that did, like, what do you guys think? I mean, that actually does look pretty good. You got yearly. I don't know. So that's the first UI shift, right? Their new IDE Anti-Gravity. Is that a thing? Where is that? Anti-Gravity? What is that, guys? Okay. Hold up. Let's go back home. Google AI Studio. Where was it? Okay. Gemini agent made to complete. Let's just watch this. Yeah, the grid is not properly set up. Yeah, I mean, let's just use it. All right, let's just use it. So yeah, so the grid doesn't look great. They did fix this though. Did you guys see that? It actually did fix that, or was that a responsiveness issue on my end? Yeah, it was responsiveness. So, what if can I make it so the okay. Here, let's try this. I continue to have problems with these breadcrumbs. So let's do @breadcrumbs, and I always want the breadcrumbs to be small and look like this image. Okay, so, you know, one issue that I have is that if you guys see, and this is like a very intricate issue, okay? So when it's on larger screen sizes, it looks like this. And then when it's on smaller screen sizes, you know, breadcrumbs should be like really compact and small like this. So they should look like this always, right? Because those, you guys can see like, hey, when the breadcrumbs expand like that, it's actually not good. So compare the first image and the second image. I want breadcrumbs to never change how they look, make them always styled and formatted like they are on the smaller screen sizes, and take away that functionality where it changes to the bubble view and different centering on the larger screen sizes. So that's just a very intricate, like, this is an intricate question, right? You know, I've dropped in the context that it needs. Let's see, like, I just want that gone, right? Uday said, so what do you think, Claude versus Gemini 3.0? I mean, guys, I just started using it. So literally, like, we're going to be using this for the next 3 to 4 hours. So if you guys just want to hang out, chill, and actually kind of like get to know this model all together as a community, you know, we can do that now, because I'm not going to be like, you know, BSing anything. Like, I'm just going to be trying it out and really giving it a fair shake here. So let's do another prompt. So the next one is, as you can see from the pricing page at pricing, and it's actually the pricing.ts that I want to drop in at, and then I'll also drop in the pricing page. And what we're going to do is, I recently this morning updated it so that the ViewCreator pricing is free, pro, ultra, and business. So what we want to do is, yeah, Mash, I remember you, what's up? Facts No Care said Google's Anti-Gravity IDE has browser integration, can screenshot and record as it debugs artifacts built in, like to-do lists and schemas. Dang, Google Anti-Gravity IDE. So hold on, this is actually, I don't want to get, there's a lot that's out, so I don't want to get super distracted, but that actually does sound interesting. Google, and shout out to Facts No Care, Anti-Gravity IDE, is that usable? Is this anti-gravity? So 56 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. All right, hold up. Guys. All right, shout out to Facts No Care. All right, so this just got released. Literally in the Google search. Look at this. 56 minutes ago, the favicon isn't even loaded yet. It says Google Anti-Gravity is an agent-first coding tool built for Gemini 3. Available in free preview now. It supports browser control and provides proof of its work. Okay, so let's actually download this. I don't want to get too distracted, but I mean, guys, W's in the chat if you want me to try this out. W's in the chat if you guys want me to try this out, because we'll be able to we can use the cursor agents here, you know, but I think that we should try this out because it sounds like Google just released their own IDE in free preview, so that would be worth it to try. I mean, if it is the best model, then you have the best way to integrate with the best model. So W's in the chat, guys, if you guys want me to try it out. All right, so as you can see from the pricing page, we updated for free. Okay, I see a lot of W's. All right, we got a ton of W's. Keep spamming the W's. Keep spamming the W's. I want crazy W's in the chat if you guys want me to try anti-gravity. All right, so I'm gonna say, now I need you to adjust in the ViewCreator API the logic to integrate the new free and business plans. Yeah, crazy W's in the chat, guys. Keep it running up. Also, crazy hundreds in the chat, reactions. I mean, guys, we gotta hype this up. This is a huge release. This is probably the biggest release. Okay, so let's download Google Anti-Gravity. Keep spamming. Let's see here. Okay, so let's do download. So it's available on Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. So it's not just Mac OS, but let's do download for Apple Silicon. So download Google Anti-Gravity for Mac OS. So dang. Okay, so let's get this downloaded and try this out. So Anti-Gravity. Here's what it looks like. Let's drag it over to applications. Anti-Gravity. Does that not work? Also, if you guys are new around here and you haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. We have a community of over 800 vibe coders and builders, so if you guys want to be a part of that community, you know, just join the Discord. All right, I'm trying to drag it over to applications, but it's bugging out. So, I mean, one thing about this is there's definitely potential for, okay, open. You know, there's definitely potential for it to, you know, be like super buggy. But, okay, so it says, welcome to Anti-Gravity. Let's get you set up. So, all right, so it literally says, start fresh or import settings from another IDE. So let's import from Cursor. We'll do dark theme. So what is this? This is just probably just a VS Code branch, right? Yeah, if you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. We have 110 watchers, only 26 likes, so make sure you guys like the stream. I don't know if Gemini 3 Pro is actually free in Anti-Gravity, but we're going to try it out. So it says, how do you want to use the Anti-Gravity agent? Agent-driven development, agent-assisted development. So we're going to do agent-driven development. And it says terminal. So this, what does this actually change? So this just changes like some of the... Okay, so what this is this is allowing you to kind of control like how much control do you want it to have? Do you want it assisted or do you literally want it driven? And we want it driven. As a vibe coder, we want it to be driving everything. So key bindings, we'll just do next, command line. Okay, so we're gonna sign in with Google here. Let me sign in real quick, guys. So wow, an anti-gravity, an IDE from Google. This is pretty cool. So you terms of use, yes. All right, so here's what it looks like, guys. You are laying, okay, this is totally new. Okay, this is totally new. I didn't even know that this was released until just a minute ago, so this is actually big. Somebody just said that it is free. Chris Eddy said that it's free in Anti-Gravity. So let's open up this workspace. I'm gonna make sure I don't want it to, you know, show my UVs. It says Anti-Gravity would like to access files on your desktop folder. Yes, trust the authors. Okay, so honestly, pretty clean looking IDE here. Okay, so here's what we have. So inside of Anti-Gravity, oh wow, guys, look at this. So in Anti-Gravity, they actually do connect to Claude Sonnet here. So they let you use Sonnet, which is kind of crazy. Bronny said Gemini Pro is free for 1 year for students if you don't have it already. Okay. Yeah, this is groundbreaking, Enrique, seriously. So, you know, let's check it out. So we have, it did say that there was like agentic use. So what's this here? Is this open browser? So open browser, launching a browser. So what is this actually going to do though? Is this going to launch it in the IDE or is this just launches a browser? Okay, oh wow. Okay, so check this out, guys. So bring the anti-gravity agent into your browser to see and interact with websites. It empowers the agent to test features, intelligently monitor dashboards, and seamlessly handle routine browser tasks. So let's install the extension. So let's add to Chrome. This literally just launched it in like... Okay, hold on. We gotta sign into Chrome. Wait, did it just launched it in like some random... You guys see that? Like it launched it in like some private tab. That was weird. Let's try that again. Add to Chrome, add extension. Okay, interesting. So if I launch Chrome, is it gonna continue to just launch? So it keeps on launching like a private tab, which I don't like. So you guys notice that? So open in, open browser. Do you guys see that? It just kept launching like some preview. Okay, so Chris Eddy said that it's free in Anti-Gravity, but it's not free in Cursor. All right, Facts No Care said the agent manager lets you open the workspaces and have multiple conversations running at once. Okay, so the agents manager, so we can click here. So what is this? Activity bar. So this is the agents manager here. So you can do fast, so planning, fast agent will execute tasks directly, used for simple tasks, and then planning agent can plan before executing tasks, used for deep research, complex tasks, or collaborative work. And then you can select from Gemini 3 Pro high to Gemini 3 Pro low. It's looking like a dev container for the IDE needs Chrome. Yeah, but see this? So when I click it, it says bring the anti-gravity agent in your browser, and it says that, right? But I can click install extension, or do I need to literally sign in here? Like literally just sign, hold on, let me sign in from scratch here. All right, so I just signed into my Google account on that fresh, but I don't know if it's just launching like an incognito though. So I just signed in, right? But is it now connected, or is it going to continue? Like if I X out of this now, or maybe I can just keep it open, right? Keep it. Okay, so it says it's in Chrome, right? So I think we should be good. We'll see now. Click on Agent Manager. We're open Agent Manager. Oh shoot. All right, guys. So I just clicked on this, and this is, oh wow. Okay, so guys, check this out. This is huge. DSAD said you're going to love this tool once it's set up. It's incredible. Oh, wow. Okay, so DSAD, let's go. Momo Grammar Official, what's up? Open Agent Manager. Okay, so Agent Manager is now open. So this is what it looks like. So we have Start Conversation. We have Workspace here. So we can open up different workspaces. So if I wanted to open up, like, could I just open up like the BridgeMind workspace as well and just have that in here? So open new workspace. Okay, so a workspace is just like a different workspace on your computer, obviously, but it actually holds them there. So if I wanted to add, for example, like the VibeCademy workspace, I could just click it. Where is it? Let's search for it. VibeCademy. So I could do this, click here, and then that would add it as a workspace. Yes, I trust the authors. Okay, it should be in Chrome. All right, so let's see. So start conversation. Okay, so it says, welcome to the Agent Manager. In the Agent Manager, start agents on tasks like deep research, long-running projects, or background tasks. You can monitor the progress of multiple agents in the inbox and review their work when it's done. So Agent Manager, Agent A, B, C, create multiple agents to tackle different tasks in an agent-first UX. And then the editor window, use the editor when you want to write code or focus on one task alongside one agent. Okay, so basically this is just literally, I mean, this is just Cursor. They literally built a competitor to Cursor. Are you kidding? All right, so let's actually get this started so you can choose which workspace you want it to get started in. And I mean, let's just give it something. So can we do @? Okay, we can. So @, can I do like index? Okay, this is actually pretty nice. So @index, and then we'll just do, I mean, can we just, I mean, can I open up the files though? Can I open up files? Oh, I don't think I can open up files like I can in Cursor and drag and drop, which is a little bit, okay. So I'll just do review the home page of the front end of the ViewCreator UI website. I want you to, okay, wait, also, Gemini gonna be an AI monopoly? Yeah, this is crazy. So let's see, so let's review the home page of the front end of the ViewCreator UI website. I want you to completely rework the entirety of the styling of the home page to be polished and unique and less text heavy, more component driven and rework the marketing. Okay, so let's just do this. So it's going to go out, push to the max. Yeah. Wait, so yeah, so I'm in right now. So it's Gemini high. So this is the highest thinking that you can have. Okay, so what it looks like is then you just you can open up like another. Oh, whoa, what did that do? All right, comment on artifacts. So, okay, wow. All right, so it opens it up. Wow. NS just said Google will gobble up your startup. Yeah, so I mean, it's working through this. I mean, chat, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go over like what one by one looks like, or do you want me to manage a bunch of agents at once? Let me know. Jose said hoodie early access. Yeah, the hoodie. What do you guys think about the BridgeMind hoodie? You guys like it? All right, so it's kind of like, I mean, this is what we're used to, right? All right, guys, we're up to 7,440 subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. Merch needed. J35 said Gemini is like NS, takes some time to get to you, but worth it. All right, so it outputs it almost like it would in like a Claude artifact here on the right side. So it actually shows you the code. That's a little bit different than Cursor, where Cursor, it doesn't do that. You guys all want the hoodies? All right. Do you guys like this style where it's just black? Because I can make them just black. And like, do you guys want it just simple, or what do you guys want? Different color for some days? Yeah. Comment on artifacts so you can comment on these. So select content within artifacts to leave a comment for the agent. Oh, wow. Okay, so you can literally click on this and comment on it. That's interesting. I'm very interested, like, I mean, if we open the browser here, so we can open the browser, and then what does it want me to do? Go to localhost. So I'm in localhost, so, I mean, that's one thing that I still like on Cursor, though, is with Cursor, I'm able to open up the agent, like, inside of Cursor itself and do that div selection. What about this? What is this here? All right, so, whoa. Oh, so that's how you switch back to the editor. Okay, so open Agent Manager, and then to switch back to the editor, do you guys see this button in the top right? That's how you can just open the editor very quickly. What about the eyes here? Where are the eyes? Follow along with the agent. What is this? Following. I don't know what that does. We'll see. Open new tab. Mash Hour said, I remember being here with 10 people. Yeah, you know, things have really blown up at BridgeMind, and I think a big reason why is because you guys know that, hey, you know, I'm not a content creator. I'm a vibe coder first, and, you know, I'm not interested in, you know, making a bunch of money off of YouTube or making a bunch of money off these other platforms. I'm actually interested in what we're doing and building ViewCreator up. So for those of you that know what we're doing, you know, we've built an end-to-end platform where content creators and brands are able to create content and manage their social media marketing system. So like here, okay, so you can see Gemini's starting to come in. So it said viral content on autopilot. Dang, what do you guys think about that? That's kind of cool. ViewCreator, so this is all Gemini. So these are the updates that are coming in. It just updated the front page. But guys, one thing I will say though is it did stick to like, it did stick. Let's lower the desk down real quick. And what's cool is I can now do this. Switch it back. So let's lower the desk and let's lock in. I mean, I do not like that much. You know, we'll give it a chance to actually, you know, maybe come up with like some backgrounds or something. But in terms of, you know, what it's doing right now, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. Ooh. What do you guys think? So it just created this with all the black. What even is that? Oh, whoa. Okay, so then it created this section. I mean, this is like a, I will say this is like kind of a unique section, but it's not on theme. It's definitely not on theme. Mash Hour said W camera angles, let's go. Can you reduce the music volume? Yeah, for sure. I'll turn down the music a little bit. Grok 4.1 was only available inside of Grok, right? So, all right, did it just drop in another section? I mean, you know what it did is it kind of just like took out, I mean, you can see what it did. Oh, whoa, agent is running terminal commands. Okay, so this is what it looks like when the agent runs terminal commands. Okay, so this is what it does. Okay, this is actually really interesting. So when you click follow agent, it's gonna pop up like, I was calling it an artifact container because that's kind of what it looks like. But in terms of like what that actually does, when you click follow, what it's gonna do is when it's working on something, it's gonna actually open it up so that you can actually watch it do its thing. And Ricky said, do you have a UI theme README? I do, yeah, I do. Made it like Tailwind. Okay, so then it's like, so when it's running more, so it's running npm run build. So something that is needed is creative SVG backgrounds so that the website comes to life and doesn't just have a plain background, right? That's obviously super important. So I'm gonna submit that. So that's pending. So let's launch a couple more agents. There's plenty of stuff to do. So let's go back over and what do you guys want to do? Do you want me to keep using it inside of, let's just keep using it inside of Anti-Gravity. I think that Anti-Gravity could potentially be huge. Fooled by Prime said music is banging on my car on the way to Costco. Let's go. What IDE is this? So this is the new, it's called Anti-Gravity. And this is the new Anti-Gravity IDE. So it is available in Cursor. So I did have Cursor open, obviously, and we're working on a couple things in Cursor here. But one thing that I will say is, like here, the breadcrumbs. You guys remember that breadcrumbs that I had? Let's actually check back on that. Oh, wow. So guys, so check this out. So do you guys remember when I gave it this prompt? I said I always want the breadcrumbs to be small and look like this image. Look at this. It actually did follow that. So the breadcrumbs no longer go in that like ugly container, which solved the issue that we were having, which is good. How has 3.0 Pro been compared to Sonnet and 5.1 Codex? So yeah, I mean, I can't really give you a good answer on that yet because I'm going to try this for like the next 3 and 4 hours. So I need some time to be able to do it. But let's see, bento grid section. So what's this doing is it's running more terminals. Okay, so it's actually creating some of these SVGs, or what's it doing? And we'll see. Okay, yeah, Uday said maybe benchmark cursor versus this. Very responsive. Yeah, so let's go back. So that did work. So in cursor, we got it pretty fast there. So that was good. The new chat here. So this is also one thing that we need to do. So I need you to adjust in the ViewCreator API the logic to integrate the new free and business plans. Also, one thing that is needed is that you must update the webhooks to properly seed 25 credits for the free plan. Note that the free plan okay, so it's actually the starter plan. So let's now drop in. I want to drop in like some of the EMVs so that it understands what this is. Also, let's go back to our, so it looks like internal server error here. Let's see. So I think that was because it ran npm run builds. Let's do a refresh there. And remember, I asked it to do SVGs, okay? So SVGs. So this is what it did. Viral content on autopilot. That's decent. What did it lose? Didn't it lose one of the... So it created this. I mean, honestly, it didn't do much except like this, everything you need to go viral, and then it has this. I actually do like this, though. Do you guys see this grid layout that it did? How responsive is it? I mean, I don't like the black, first of all. I definitely don't like the black. But, I mean, it's a cool section, you know, for a one-shot. But no SVG backgrounds. I need to see what the SVG backgrounds look like. But let's jump. I need to jump over on my other monitor here. And what I need to do is I need to actually go into my EMV and take a look at the different price IDs. So we have one that we now need to add, Stripe product business. Okay. Subscriptions. So these are now going to be the 4 subscriptions, and I'm going to drop in so that it knows, like, hey, these are the environment variables that we're going to be using. All right, there we go. So I'm going to drop that. So this is a big prompt. This is a complex test here for sure for Gemini 3, because with this test here, what it's doing is it's actually going in through the back end, and, you know, we added these new pricing plans. So it looks like it ran npm run build again. So this is running npm run build quite a lot here. Uday, thank you. We could add different social media colors there. Yeah, for sure. Ethio, what's up? If you guys are new and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. It really helps out what we're doing a lot. Also, we have a community of vibe coders and builders. So if you haven't joined our Discord community, I want to give a quick shout out to some new members of the community while this Gemini 3.0 run is going. So big shout out to the following people. Just appreciate you guys for being members of the community and being engaged. Big shout out to Yvonne, big shout out to Amir, to Type 404, KVG 2865, Mateo, John, Ariane Droid, Jeremiah, Nobane. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys joining the community. All right, so let's go back over to Anti-Gravity, and this one is still working. So this one you can see, so it's doing a lot of building. So after it, this is interesting. It knows that it should build. Mash hour, let's go. Anti-gravity not supported on Macs older than 2021? I guess not, yeah. So that was Droid Check just shared that anti-gravity is not supported on Macs older than 2021. Uday, it is a little bit slow, but remember, this is on Gemini 3 Pro High. Let's see here. You can join the Discord. There is a link in the description below, as there's also a link pinned to the chat. And guys, this is a totally free community. Like, most of the people that that are around here know that I'm not trying to make money off you guys. I'm actually on a mission to be able to vibe code an app until I make $1 million. I stream every single day, and right now we're just trying this new model out. Yeah, it is slow. It is a little bit slow. I will say that. I like following the agent. Anti-gravity is okay. It's interesting that they released their own IDE. I will say that I still think that Cursor is better, in my opinion, than this IDE, because with Cursor, with the div selector and being able to run terminals, like, I don't think that it has any of that functionality, does it? I don't think it does. because it's just running these artifacts, which is fine. But okay, so it said it added all these backgrounds. Let's check out the backgrounds. So look at this. It created an error. And maybe we should let's try the Gemini 3 Pro Low and see how much faster that one actually is. So obviously, you know, if we're using Gemini 3 Pro High, it's gonna take a while to build, but let's see if we change it. Does Anti-Gravity not have a div selector? I don't think it does. I don't even think it has like a native, like I'm launching the browser here, but it just keeps saying install the extension, and I have the extension installed. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Chat, you guys can let me know. Yeah, Anthony said click on editor in the top right. It's just VS Code. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So if you can go to the editor view. And yeah, it is just, you know, it's just VS Code branch, right? Open Agent Manager. Somebody said Anti-Gravity has great browser use. Okay, how do I actually get it to use the browser? Use the browser and review your work. And come back with a few different tasks on how to improve the look. I don't know. Do we have to actually enact it? There's a Chrome icon in the top right. Yeah, so if I click the Chrome icon, it does open it up, right? But then it says install the extension. I already have it installed. You think Pro High is fast? I thought it was a little slow, to be honest. Okay, let's see if it fixed that error. So we had an error. All right, did fix it. Okay, we do need to restart this, though. Let's go here. Oh, wow, this one actually already finished, guys. Wow, this one already finished. You see this? Update the tests. That one was fast. Because how long ago did we run that? Maybe like a couple minutes ago? That one was really fast. So let's refresh this and see what it did with the SVGs. Okay. Oh, wow. Guys, so check this out. It actually did fix the background is white now, but look at the SVG that it made. That's actually pretty cool. It only made an SVG on this one, though. Like, it's also add an SVG to the hero. So let's actually try, and, you know, this is the benefit of having cursor. So let's actually now go back to cursor, and let's do this pricing page again, and I'm going to say the grid section has the business option. I mean, guys, that's actually not bad because the first three show, like for most people, they're not going to immediately log in and say, okay, I want, you know, the max plan. But I mean, we can try. The grid section has the business card wrapping, format the grid layout in a way that it shows all 4 cards. More compact in a single viewport. Okay, so let's see this. We're gonna drop in the pricing page here, and this is just where, hey, I mean, it's great that we do have an additional, you know, a new browser, Anti-Gravity. But guys, I probably am gonna favor cursor over this still. Danny said click the extension with localhost opened in that browser and pin it. All right, so WDN in the chat. So he said, click the extension with localhost opened in that browser and pin it. So we'll go to Anti-Gravity, we'll click this, and then we will go to localhost, and what do you do? To pin? All right, so pin. So is that it? So I said use the browser and review your work and come back with a few different tasks on how to improve it. So I actually asked it to open the browser. So let's see what happens when I actually ask it to open the browser. So Mustafa, we're still getting a feel for it, but it's decent. It definitely has potential. It's not like, okay, guys, so check this up. It said inspecting homepage with browser sub agent. Anti-Gravity would like to use the browser setup. So I'm gonna click setup, even though I already have it set up, right? Oh, wow, look at this. I mean, I already have it set up. Let's see if it's able to do it, but look at this. It says goal. It says navigate to HTTP localhost 3002. Oh wait, do I need to pin it like WDan said? So localhost 3002, and then to literally just pin it at that. It's already pinned, so it should work, right? So let's see what it does. Let's just see what it does. Let's see if it's able to generate this. Go to the side panel where VS Code has their extensions and install the browser plugin. The plugin is different from the package one. Okay, so Insom Gamers, he just said, do I do that in VS Code or can I do it in Anti-Gravity as well? So let's try this. While this is loading, let's go over to extensions here. And so he said, go to the side panel where install the browser plugin. Browser plugin? Is there a certain name for it? Anti-Gravity? Anti-Gravity? No extensions found. Hey, Insom Gamers, maybe you could be a little bit more specific on what you mean. But let's go back. So this one's still working. We want to keep an eye on that because there we're kind of testing possibly clicking the extension. No, because I already did that. It's already open. It's already open right here. So, you know. Okay, so here's the... Oh, wow, guys, look at that. So what we did is we asked it, we said, hey, the grid layout, it needs to show all four. And then one shot, it was able to actually show all four. Let's see how fast it's able to go if we just... And I actually am liking cursor a bit better, guys, to be completely honest with you. Let's see how fast it is with a simple prompt. Remove the value at the bottom. That can be removed completely from each card. And I will say, you know, so this is what Gemini 3.0 has done so far, right? And what are the specs on my Mac? My Mac has a, the RAM is like 96 gigs. Yeah, and then it's got like it's a M3 Ultra Studio. So, okay, so... Most popular, yeah, pretty good grid. And Ricky said that he likes it. Because if we go to ViewCreator.ai, we can actually see what it looks like, right, before. So it turned this here. So it turned it from pricing and ultra into this, which, what do you guys think? And we did fix that breadcrumb issue there. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to like it, guys. After a two-shot here, it's fast. Like it did that pretty fast. So I'm using Gemini 3 Pro here. Let's try max mode though, right? I mean, what are we doing not using max? So let's go here. Oh wow, so here are those SVGs, and the SVGs are not that good, I will say. Everything you need to go viral. So this is what it did. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we can get like on this here. I am not seeing anything here. Still just a white background. It is still just a white background. I need you to actually integrate an SVG that's professional and on theme. Is it responsive? Yeah, I think that it is responsive. Like, let's go over to the pricing page and let's collapse this. How responsive is this grid layout? Yeah, I would say that's pretty responsive, right? I mean, it wraps to 2 and then wraps to 1. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Leda said that he uses it in Android and it's really good. Add spacing on it. Okay. So let's go here. This is what we're doing right now. Let's go back to Anti-Gravity. Is it taking screenshots and stuff? So it still says generating. So is this stuck? Is it stuck over here? I mean, because the goal was to navigate to localhost 3002. I don't know if that's just... MBB asks Sonnet still the king. I don't know. I think, guys, you know, I can't use it for 15 minutes or however long we've been using. I guess 43 minutes, and say, yeah, this is the best model on the market. I'm gonna have to actually use it for like 4 to 5 hours, and that's what we're gonna do today. Is we're actually gonna be using this for the next couple hours. So if you guys are trying to get to actually understand this model together and figure out how we can actually integrate this in our workflows, you know, stick around because we're gonna be working for a while. Yeah, Max said Gemini so top. I think it's pretty good. I will definitely say, you know, I can tell pretty quickly if a model is going to be like a miss, right? And this model is not a miss. Click on the extension on the local host. I mean, I already did that, guys. I literally already did that. So if we go back over to Anti-Gravity and we click the extension here, and then I click this, right? I mean, I'm clicking it. It's pinned. I don't see how I'm doing anything wrong, right? I mean, it should be working. Wow, that looks amazing. They did a really good job with this. Yeah, really good job. Let's give it another question here. So Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it did very good on the on this. Check the Discord. Okay. All right. Big shout out to Max. Big shout out to Max. He just dropped this in our Discord. So if you haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. There's a link in the description as well as in the chat. But so this is the Gemini 3 Deep Think. This is the benchmark. So on humanity's last exam, reasoning and knowledge. Wow, look at this. Gemini 3 Pro, 37.5, and then Gemini 3 Deep Think up here. But look at that. So 7% higher than GPT-5 Pro. Look at that. So GPT-5 Pro gets absolutely walloped by Gemini 3 Pro on humanity's last exam. And then here we are on the GPQA Diamond Scientific Knowledge, and it looks like it is 91.9 versus GPT-5 Pro 88.4, and then GPT 5.1 88.1, and then Claude way behind at 83. So almost a 5% bump. Yeah, 5.5% bump from Gemini 2.5 Pro to Gemini 3 Pro. And then over here on the Arc AGI, wow, look at this, 31% on Arc AGI. So visual reasoning puzzles. Okay, so that's actually really good. Close the browser for the extension and reopen it. It works for me. Yeah, how much is the pricing? So this is the Discord. Yeah, it's basically a copy of Cursor. So I will say it did not do a good job on this, and it's freezing right here. So I'm actually, guys, I'm not going to use Anti-Gravity. It's all right. It's all right. But guys, I think we should be trying this in Cursor because I think Cursor is a better model. We're more used to it, right? So I'm gonna use Cursor the rest of the stream on this. Anti-Gravity was interesting, but we'll use it. Okay, here's another one from Max. So here are all these different benchmarks. So the most important one that I look for is the SWE Bench Verified. So this is definitely something to note, guys. So SWE Bench Verified, that's the agentic coding. So 76.2 versus Claude Sonnet 4.5 is actually still the winner here. So for SWE Bench, the SWE Bench Verified, it's 77.2 versus 76.2. So in terms of that there, it looks like it is better. Okay. I mean, it's definitely better in a lot of other areas, but look right here. The only one that it's actually not number one is SWE Bench Verified for agentic coding. That's very interesting. Leda said, but Terminal Bench is 54%. Yeah, Terminal Bench, yep. Agentic terminal coding is at 54. Okay. What is going on here? This did a terrible job here. This did a really bad job. We're going to roll this back. This has done a bad job on the styling on the homepage, guys. I do not like what it did on the homepage. Yeah. I guess it's free in Anti-Gravity, so. But I just don't like how it froze up here. Froze up. Let's launch another one. And okay, so guys, this is one thing that I want to do. We're going to actually have it build a full stack feature, okay? So I'm going to open Cursor, and we're going to go, and we're going to sign in to our ViewCreator account. And what I want to do is I want to build the functionality so that users are able to create thumbnails on a specific page. So as a user of ViewCreator, I can go to Manage Videos, and I can actually click, and for example, hold on here. Let me actually connect my BridgeMind account to this ViewCreator account, okay? So let me log in real quick. Okay, so I'm connecting my BridgeMind account. So if we go back to Connect Socials here, now BridgeMind is connected. So now all I have to do is go over to YouTube, and I can go to this Manage Videos. DSAT said, do you need someone to design the homepage for you to free your time up? Yeah, so somebody is working on that right now. That's actually on our vibe coding team. Okay, so here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so right now you have the ability to do the AI thumbnails, but guys, it doesn't actually, like, right now, there's like just some issues here on this page. Do you guys see how this is not loading? So this is like, there's so many reasons why, you know, right now, Cursor is better than any other IDE, so I don't really want to use the new Anti-Gravity IDE because it just is not better than Cursor. Like, if it's not better than Cursor, then I don't even want to try it. Yeah, Max just said Anti-Gravity is overloaded. Yeah, so I'm not going to use that. Why are the thumbnails not loading on this page? I want to make it easy to create an AI thumbnail for the video with the click of a button. The user can upload a prompt and reference images, but on this page. Okay, so what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna actually try and make it so that for this video that you guys are watching right now, Gemini 3.0, right? We're gonna try and make it so that we can build the functionality for this. So this is gonna be a good test for Gemini 3 Pro. Let's go here. Cursor better? Yeah, I think Cursor's better for sure. So Anti-Gravity, I mean, hey, it's okay, but for our case, you know, guys, you know, just not really that needed, right? So integrate the API functionality so that I can create a YouTube thumbnail on this page directly and not just choose from other AI thumbnails. Okay, so we're gonna drop that in. So Gemini 3 Pro, and this is max mode, okay? So 1 million context usage, which is pretty good. Max said that Claude always trains their models just for the SWE bench verified. Yeah, Gemini 3 Pro is pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think we have to give it time. To Salari's point, yeah, we have to give it time so I can give like a really accurate opinion. But so far, I think that Gemini 3 Pro is going to be usable for sure. Jesse said it performs bad with UI for him. I don't like it personally. I mean, I would say, yeah, I mean, we had some of that issue with the homepage for us. I don't think it did a very good job on the homepage, but for the pricing page, it created this pricing page, which I actually do like. Mike, I don't think it will. Because look at this, it's reading the YouTube thumbnail service right now. So, Mike, I don't think it's going to fail. We'll see. But from my understanding, I think it's going to work. First shot. We'll see, though. I think it's a good test. J35 said that Sam Altman on X said that congrats to Google on Gemini 3. Looks like a great model. Yeah, we'll see. Anthony Wong said try Gemini 3 low and Anti-Gravity. It's a lot faster. I'm going to stick to Cursor right now. Let's stick to Cursor. Just like, we got a new model. There was a new IDE, but I don't want to focus everything on a new IDE. I want to focus it on, you know, what we're actually trying to build. All right, so let's go back to localhost. 3,000 here. And what I want to look at is the pricing page. When you do yearly, when the user switches to yearly, the prices should be discounted 20%. Actually, let's not even offer yearly. Medical, I'm not sure yet. Give me some time. MBB, I spent about $460. What is the Gemini 3.0 pricing in Cursor? Let's see. Pricing. Sound Spectre, what's up? Gemini. Hold on, let's find the Gemini 3.0 pricing. Yeah, I'm testing out Gemini 3 in Cursor right now. Okay, so here it is. So Gemini Developer API pricing. So this is in the Developer API. Is this okay? So Gemini 3 Pro preview. So input price, paid tier per million tokens in US dollars. So input price $2 per million for prompts that are less than 200,000 tokens, and then $4 for prompts that are over 200,000 tokens. $12 for prompts that are under. So it's basically 4 and 18. Yeah. Yeah. Bleed says it's pretty cheap. I mean, not when you compare it to GPT-5, right? I mean, what's GPT-5 Pro? GPT-5 Pro, or GPT-5 API pricing. Let's see here. API pricing, so 5.1. So like for GPT-5 Pro input, oh wow. Yeah, so I guess when you do compare it to GPT-5 Pro, I mean, it is very cheap, right? So GPT-5 Pro is 15 per million, and then the output is 120 per million, and then here, obviously, you know, 18 versus 4. Yeah, it's automatically, if you guys are trying to try it out in Cursor, it's automatically added. So you just go to your settings and it should automatically be added. Okay, awesome. Gemini 3.0 is now an open router as well. Thank you, J35. Yeah, so here it is on open router. Yeah, so GPT-3 Pro preview. Starting at 2 million. So that's interesting. So they have a different pricing model here, right? Isn't that different pricing? So Gemini 3 Pro preview. All right, let's see how this one is doing. So here, it doesn't need to say monthly billing. All right, so let's go over to that manage videos page and let's see that. Let's see if that prompt failed or not. So let's go to Gemini 3 Pro video. Okay, so generate now. So let's see here. So create a thumbnail with this man and the Gemini 3.3 Pro logo. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can actually make a thumbnail inside of this. So this was a one shot. So if it gets it, I'm actually pretty impressed. So let's just look up Gemini 3.0, 3 Pro, and go to images. All right. All right, so downloads. So we'll drop in this image as reference. Hold on. Make sure I am able to drag and drop images. All right, so we'll try this again. This is Cursor. We're trying it in Cursor. So just when I try and upload this, it's not like populating it. So we need to fix that. All right, let's go back over to the pricing page here. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. All right, so pricing. All right, let's go here. You can remove this here. I'm not really worried about price. You know, like I don't like the Droid IDE. Like I don't like using it in the terminal that much. So I can use it though if you guys want me to. We can launch a Droid agent. I haven't used Droid in a minute, but we can launch one Droid agent and try it there. Hold on, I gotta log in. All right, so here we are. We'll try on one droid here. So we need what models, right? Model. All right, so Gemini 3.0 Pro. It is half price right now, so we'll use high. The front end page of the app ViewCreator UI, and completely restyle it and reprogram it. Come up with a completely new vision for the landing page of the site. All right, so we're gonna use it in Droid here. We're gonna give it a big task. So let's leave this up here. You know, I think we can just, wait, what's happened here? Oh gosh, they want my money? All right, looks like they want my money, so, all right, looks like we're giving Droid money. Okay, let's go back to thumbnail generator. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Drag and drop. There we go. Nice, nice. Okay, so you guys see that? That actually looks really nice. So now what we'll do is we'll literally just take like a picture of my face, and let's actually stand back up here for a second. Hold on here. Let's stand up. So that did work, and now all I want to do is I just want to take like a picture of my face, basically, okay? So I'm going to go here, and then just go like this. All right, and then I'll take this. Can I just drop this in? Okay, nice. All right, so that's that. Okay, so you guys can see this. So I just took a picture of my face here, and remember, this was built by Gemini 3.0 Pro, pretty much in a one-shot, two-shot. Create a thumbnail with this man in the Gemini 3.0 background and have the title of the video in white text saying vibe coding with Gemini 3.0, the 3 Pro. All right, so we'll click generate thumbnail. Let's see. It'll be very interesting if it was intuitively able to understand that it was supposed to like make it so that you could get the thumbnail, but then also be able to like click apply and save it. That'll be very interesting. Oh wow. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? So it did come up with these three. So wow, wow. Okay, so it was able to intuitively do a lot of things. I'm definitely very impressed. So can I click on this and now update it, like vibe coding with Gemini 3.3 Pro? And if I can literally save this and it saves, that would be very impressive. Let's see, guys. Let's save. Wow, wow. Okay, guys. All right, so this is actually the first feature that it was able to one-shot. And I'm very impressed with that. And I'm going to tell you guys why. So it was able to, with minimal prompting, like Mike. So Mike is a member of our community. Shout out to him, because he actually said, he was like, this isn't going to work based on that prompt. I don't know if you're watching, but I did that because I didn't provide that much context. I showed a couple different things of the fact that, like, for example, before, if I go way back up to this image, which one was working on this? It was this one right here. So let's like go back. So this was a 2-shot, and this is the initial image that I dropped in, and I want to talk about it a little bit because I dropped this image in to show it. I didn't even prompt it, but I showed it that this is what I was seeing, okay? And I'm saying that because I dropped it in and I didn't even tell it that the thumbnail images weren't showing up. Like if we go back to this original prompt, I guess I did say, why are the thumbnails not loading? But that was it. That was it. So that's actually really, really interesting. Yeah, Bronny said I think the IDE is just not optimal. Yeah, I'm not going to be using that IDE. I like Cursor better. Yeah, Bill Laura, I'll release a video about Gemini 3. Don't spam, please. But yeah, Google should clip this, yeah. Yeah, so it was able to intuitively get that. So that's really nice. So let's actually see, you know, can we make it so that we also can... So now I'm going to say, now I need you to create a new endpoint that uses OpenRouter. And the endpoint must create tags for a video by the click of a button on the front end in this page. So this page, so this is actually, guys, we're about to start to test some really interesting features. So literally right here, I just want there to be a button that says create tags. And based off of the context of the video, maybe the context of the profile that's linked to it. So based off of the context of the video, in the context of the profile, if there is one linked to it, it should be able to generate tags and properly upload them based off of the click of that button. Okay, you guys want to do push-ups? Hey, W's in the chat if you guys want to do push-ups. We'll knock some out. W's in the chat though. If you guys want to do push-ups, we'll do like 50. All right, so based off the click of a button, so now I'm gonna say you will need to create a new endpoint in the @ViewCreator API, credit guard it, and integrate with the @OpenRouter module, and integrate the functionality into the @ViewCreator Creator UI. Whoa, what's going on here? Into the @ViewCreator. Yeah, you guys ready to do 50? Let's drop a 50 bomb on them. All right, so let's drop this in. And what we want to do is, we want to create tags based on the click of a button. On the front end, there should be a button that just says generate tags with AI. And it should work end to end. Okay, so this is a big prompt. So okay, let's knock out some push-ups, guys. But this is a big prompt. This is a really good test. But let's knock out some push-ups. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, chat. Yeah, I think I will say if this gets it in one shot, this is powerful. All right, we need some like ambient music. Hold up, there we go. All right, let's get it. Let's go, chat. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're live every single day. Also, join the Discord, guys. 818 members. Let's go. All right, so YouTube tag DCO. It's creating a YouTube tag generator. Service. Module endpoint. Is it better than Sonnet 4.5? I will say, the last prompt that it did, I was very impressed by it. This one, I was very impressed by this. What do you guys think of this? Victor said, I don't think so. I mean, guys, if there's anything that we've learned, is it that, the benchmarks sometimes aren't really right, You can't really trust the benchmarks, So, we're going to see if we can create this tag generator in one shot. Also, okay, so we're not going to use it in Droid. Let's try with a fresh Gemini 3.0 agent. Yeah, we're going to try the styling again. Bronny said, can you try the styling again? So this is the prompt. Review the front-end page of the ViewCreator UI and completely restyle it and reprogram it. Come up with a completely new vision for the landing page of the site. Okay. We need to fix this thumbnail button. Okay. Victor said the thumbnail you just showed us was generated by Gemini 3. Did they introduce something different from Nano Banana? No, so this is the ViewCreator system, right? Like, it built the logic that's supporting this functionality, right? So I'm impressed. Did we release, let's go to FAL real quick. I think J35 said something about this. Yeah, look at this, guys. So it says Nano Banana 2 coming soon. You guys see that? Nano Banana 2 coming soon. So we could potentially try that here today as well, if it comes out today or tomorrow. But yeah, hold on, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, let's get it, guys. All right, so this is working on the title tag service here. So you can see that it's starting to come over to the front end. So it worked all the way from the back end. Now it's coming over into the front end. Linux said 3.0 so far is a clear step up. Maybe not as massive as some would like, but it's good, real good. Solid new addition to the space. Not a gold medal, but still a win. Well said, Linux. Yeah, I agree. With what I'm seeing right now, I think that this is definitely, like, hey, the Gemini 2.5 Pro, it was unusable at the point that it was at. You know, that model was, at this point, I mean, when did you guys use a Gemini model last for coding, right? I don't know if anybody really used that model anymore, right? So, I mean, I'm happy to be using another Gemini model. This is still working. All right, so now it's working on the video page there. We'll see what happens when this update comes in. Also, guys, something that I want to say while this works, I have written up on the board, keep going, okay? You know, a lot of things are happening at BridgeMind. A lot of things are going on. And I just want to say that no matter what happens, just keep going. Don't stop. Let's fix this. So a simple error that it left here. Yeah, just forgot to fix this. So how fast does it go when it's a simple error? You know, like this is a very simple error. It obviously just forgot the import. So let's see what it does. I mean, very interested to see this. How fast is it? You know, it's like Composer 1 would already, it's just an import, right? It's just an import at the top of the file. Like, you don't have to think about it that much. Sparkles is not defined. Like, do it in 2 seconds. Like, come on. Come on. And this is something I don't like about all these thinking models is it's like you should be doing that in like 0.5 seconds, you know? All right, let's see what it did. Remember what I said here is I wanted to completely reprogram the home page. What the heck? Did it even do anything? Hold on here. I mean, I don't notice any differences. What did it do? And it also added a light and dark theme. What the heck? Hold up. Huh. Interesting. I mean, it didn't really change much, right? Definite Code said, I am new to your content. What would you recommend I start watching first? Yeah, there's a lot of content. You know, the biggest series that we have on this channel is the Vibe Coding an App Until I Make $1 Million series. You know, that's how, you know, I got started, and the main mission of this channel is I'm not a content creator. I'm not here to entertain you guys. I'm here to actually be serious and to get shit done. You know, so I didn't really do much there, but let's go back. It looks like that tag, is that tag done? The tagging logic is done. So let's go over to that manage videos page again, right? And let's see, was it able to create that? Let's see. So generate with AI, 404. There's probably errors in the API, yep. So one error, fix this. So when you get the 404, it's usually because it didn't actually fully refresh because there was an error in the refresh, right? I do have a Cursor subscription. I have the Cursor Ultra plan. But Gemini 3 Pro is pretty cheap. It's $4. It's an interesting pricing system. If the context window is under 200,000 tokens, it's about half the price. You'll have to look it up. But if you're over a certain amount, okay, found 0 errors. Okay, oh man, circular dependency here. So create a circular dependency, which is fine. Should be able to fix it quickly here, but did create a circular dependency. Guys, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. It actually really helps support what we're doing here and supports the mission. We're up to 7,445 subscribers. Let's go, guys. Eduardo, you can check the description, but we're building ViewCreator. So ViewCreator is a product in open beta that we've built only through vibe coding, and we're on a mission to make $1 million through vibe coding. All right, so did it fix it? That actually fixed it fairly quickly, and it did get it on the first time. So generate with AI. Is it able to generate our tags? Let's see. Here's the demo. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. Look at that, guys. All the tags generated. All right. So do you guys see that? Look at this. So we were able to pretty much one-shot that with Gemini 3. So that's pretty impressive. So do you guys see what we built there? So literally, what was that? Maybe 10 minutes? 10 minutes for a one-shot? Pretty good, guys. Anthony said, this has convinced me to get back to work. Yeah. I mean, guys, this is the future. I mean, Gemini literally said in their post, they were like, yeah, this model's cracked at vibe coding, by the way. And they said it. Like, if you guys have not adopted vibe coding, and this is one thing that I will say. This is one thing I want to say. The moment I knew that vibe coding was going to take off is when I saw the CEO of Microsoft saying that I'm going to vibe code this. And it was maybe back in like early days, like maybe like June, I feel like. But there was a video where he's like, I'm gonna vibe code this to show you how good this model is with Copilot. So now what we're gonna do the same thing with the description now, okay? So the endpoint needs to be a completely new endpoint and have the ability to correctly format the description and add keywords, hashtags, links respective to the context of the video, as well as what already exists in the description. Formatting is important as well. So review the best practices for YouTube descriptions and integrate the best practices so that the AI generates descriptions that follow best practices. Okay, so we'll just try this, right? But we're gonna do actually, hold on. I wanna add something to this prompt. So create a generate with AI above the description the same way you did with the tags, and update the @ViewCreator API and the @ViewCreator Creator UI accordingly. And I'll drop in this link again. Okay, that's a better prompt. That's a better prompt. Okay, Fooled by Prime said, keep an eye out on Gemini-based products because in the future they'll have the agent forking into many so it can run tournament behind the scenes to determine which agent gets the best solution, etc. Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks, Fooled by Primes. But guys, what do you guys think? Are you guys, I'm assuming that a lot of people are trying it out right now. What's your guys' thoughts? I'm very interested in what you guys think, but it's starting to grow on me, and that's why, you know, we're going to be working. I mean, we're only an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to be streaming for like another 3 hours, guys. So, you know, we really want to get a good feel for this model and what it's capable of. So while this is spinning up, let's go back to the home page there. What is going on over here? So home page. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that definitely changed it. So, okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So first of all, very, very poor on this. Build your AI content empire. I don't know how I feel about that, but this is what it did come up with. I don't know. Yeah. I don't like that. Did it change the styling of the freaking nav bar? No. XLI said that for the price it's crazy, but not the fastest. Aperium asked, how's your view on Gemini 3? I think it's good. You know, I don't know. I didn't like what it did here. But over here, let's save this. But, you know, I was able to add all these tags. So if I refresh this now in this video, you know, all these tags now exist. Now we're working on the description. So it's doing the same thing that we did with the logic here, but for the description. That one actually went a lot faster, probably because it knows what it's doing more, right? Francisco, we're figuring that out. Francisco asked, he said, hi chat, which is better nowadays, Sonnet 4.5 or Gemini 3 for vibe coding? We're figuring that out right now. So let's see, this is actually gonna be an important one. One thing I want it to do, I'm gonna say this text area needs to be expandable. All right. Linux said, honestly, think Google scored themselves a solid win. Not the best, but far from bottom barrel and needed considering 2.5. Well said. Yeah, I mean, 2.5 was not even usable anymore. Pyram said that my view on Gemini 3 is not that good because I tried for 1 hour and yeah, it lacks intelligence and gets into a loop. Well, I don't know. Let's not count it out yet. Let's not count it out. I think that you can't try these models for an hour. You need to give it at least 4 to 5 hours. You need to give it at least 4 to 5 hours and really, really give it some challenging things. So it did integrate that. Can you create a custom UI component that is actually more modern and allows users to open it up into a modal, as well as have that collapse button where they can drag it to expand in the bottom right? Also, make sure that this description actually takes into perspective spacing, as that is very, very important. Spacing. Like right now, there's no spacing. You guys see that? Right now, there is no spacing. I don't think it is able to properly process markdown or that spacing logic because there is spacing in the description. So review and figure out how we can do this correctly. Bronny said, I think front-end output is a lot about planning. I did a front-end redesign for the ViewCreator landing page. If you want to see one shot. Yeah, Bronny, send it in the Discord. I'll check it out. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're going to be going for about 3 to 4 more hours. So we're locked in, guys. This is going to be, we're just going to be, you know, trying out Gemini. And then I'll be able to give it accurate. But let's try this. Let's try Gemini generating with AI. So 404. So there's obviously an error somewhere right here. So let's fix this. Does it use OpenRouter? Fix this. Also, I want it to use OpenRouter, not the OpenAI service. All right, yeah, we want to use Open Router. I should have specified that, but is somebody just asked? Bill Laura said GPT 5.1 better for front end. Not sure yet, guys. No, you can't post links in here. Rishanth said getting model overloaded error. Yeah, I'm not. In Cursor, it works great. So we did this. We did this. We'll try the title now too. We'll do the title after this. So inside of Manage Videos, we'll now have a full suite where you're able to improve your titles, improve your descriptions, and improve your YouTube thumbnail, and improve your tags, and improve anything. So it's super good, super helpful. Like, for example, this needs to change to Science and Technology, and this needs to go to probably vibe coding for beginners, save. So pretty good, you know? Pretty good. I will say, though, it does take a while. Like, look at this. It's really thinking on this one here. Styling too much and you change the content too much. I don't want it the dark theme. I want it modern and professional. You changed it way too much. Try again. Completely redesign it. It should have at least 8 sections that are component based and actually targeted for what ViewCreator actually is. Remember that a big part of ViewCreator is being able to connect and manage your social media accounts on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, X, and Facebook. So make sure that that's prominent in the content. Also, make it a light theme. Look at the other pages in the website and style accordingly, but also add nice backgrounds and SVGs accordingly. But yeah, I don't like the work that you did, so completely redesign it with at least 8 sections. So this is going to be a good test, I think, because that first one that came out, if we go back to that, let's just pop up the Google Chrome tab. Yeah, I didn't like this. It changed it too much. It made it, I mean, literally it changed it from, if I go to ViewCreator, it changed it from, hold up. It changed it from this to this, right? So, I mean, that's a pretty big difference. Somebody just asked me, am I the vibe coding king? I don't know, guys. I think that, you know, we've built such a community around vibe coding, and, you know, that's the cool part is with BridgeMind, we fully accepted vibe coding. And I think that if you want to be in a community of vibe coders and people that are building and people that are really on the frontier of this technology, like our community, our Discord community was, we were all talking before this was, everybody was on the lookout for Gemini 3. And I think it was Robin, so if Robin's in the chat, shout out to Robin, because Robin was the one that was like, hey, you know, this just got released. So, you know, shout out to Robin. I appreciate that. Let's go back here, and it looks like it's still thinking on this, this here. So if we go to the thinking, it's been thinking for a while on this. So what we prompted it with is we're trying to create like a modern text area component. WebDev Cody said 190 views. He'll be king soon. Yeah. Shout out to WebDev Cody. Appreciate it. How much does the app cost me? What do you mean? Yeah, vibe code organization. Yep. Yeah, this is what the vibe code org looks like. Let's get it, guys. Oh, planning next move. Let's go. All right, let's bust out some push-ups, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. Awaken without coffee. What's good? Good to see you. Yeah, guys, everybody spam W's in the chat. Spam 200 in the chat. We've never broken 200 watchers. So, guys, let's break 200 watchers. We all need to work, okay? If we want 200 watchers, everybody needs to start spamming in the chat. 200. Throw up the 100 reactions. I want to see this chat spamming, okay? Because we're only 20 watchers away. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. This channel has never broken 200 watchers, guys, and I think we can do it. So if you're watching, stay on. W's in the chat, 200s in the chat, spam the chat, 100s in the chat. Let's go, guys. We're only 16 watchers away. Let's get it. Let's go. I don't think it finished that design, right? Open router. Finish creating the text area UI component. All right, so is this now fixed? I think this is fixed now, so I think we're good to test this. Yeah, so let's try generate with AI. Again, 404. This is throwing a 404 error. So through a 404. The biggest problem that I keep having with Cursor. Okay, also guys, it looks like we got a new redesign of the homepage. So let's check that out. That was fast. That came out with a redesign pretty quickly. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. All right, so we have a completely new homepage. Manage and grow your entire social presence. So wow, and then it has a live dashboard preview. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that's actually fire. Oh wow. All right, that actually did a really good job. What do you guys think? Live dashboard preview. That did it. That was a lot better, and I like the direction that you're heading. Make sure that everything stays on the same theme. There was a section in there that was like a dark section. Fix that. Also, make sure that you actually make things more compact and visible and responsive on all screen sizes, and expand the page. Create even more sections, more content, more keywords. Polish it and make it professional, and make it the best landing page you've ever seen. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. All right, guys, we're 13 watchers away. Yeah, that was a huge improvement. Yeah, not stunning yet, but guys, one thing that it did do is it created all these components, you know, and I like what it did here. I like what it did here. What about dark mode? Remember, there's no dark mode on this website, J35. I think dark modes on landing websites are not needed. Yeah, pretty good for first iteration, web dev Cody. Web dev Cody said, make it F and pop. Yeah. All right, so what about this here? All right, so YouTube description. Okay, yeah, I did need to change the API endpoint, so it's changing this now. So now, are we gonna be able to use it? I will say this one actually went pretty quickly. All right, guys, we're 9 watchers away. 9 watchers away, guys. Let's go. We've never seen 200, so if you haven't already liked, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. We're getting to 200 watchers today. Let's break it, guys. Let's go. All right. All right, okay, so then here's that component. I don't like what it did there, but at least it did something. All right, so let's generate with AI. Ooh, it's failed. Okay. Fix this error. See how it handles animations? Yeah, let's try some animations on the home page. So here it's doing the redesign. So it's doing the redesign right here. Yeah. All right. So let's go back. All right, so it is making it better. Oh, wow. That's actually badass. That's sick. Your command center for social media growth? That's pretty good. The buttons are messed up. Wow, this actually looks a lot better. Hey, 200 watchers. Let's go, guys. All right, we did it. Nice, guys. W's in the chat. 200. That's insane. New record for us. All right. All right, so that actually is a lot better, to be honest. I don't know what you guys think, but that's pretty good. I now want you to create incredible animations and SVG backgrounds that go with the theme of the site, but really make it pop. Shout out to Web Dev Cody. Make it pop. Let's go. Let's go, guys. All right. So, I mean, that was a huge improvement, I will say. Your command center for social media growth. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so Innocent, I tried Anti-Gravity at the start of the stream. Not impressed. Definitely not impressed. I don't think that it's going to really be something that I'm going to be using. You know, you have to decide. Sorry, I'm switching cameras a lot. I'm trying out the new Stream Deck. So I just got this Stream Deck. Shout out to W Dan. I don't know if he's watching or not, but yeah, the Stream Deck is nice because I'm able to switch between scenes like that. It's pretty cool. Abdul said that he just built a full game using Gemini 3 with one prompt. Let's go. Let us go try to fix the description generation with GPT 5.1 instead of Gemini. I could do that. Let's see if it actually works right now, though, right? Let's generate with AI. So it looks like it did fix it. Let's see what description. So this is the initial description, right? Wow. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So also one thing. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Deck master. Let's go. All right. That actually did a pretty good job. All right. So that's the description generator. Note that I do not want to use emojis in the description. Update the system prompt accordingly. All right, and then this is redesigning. So this is adding animations and stuff to the homepage. I mean, guys, I will say, I would say that I'm impressed so far. I think this has done a really good job. Look at the responsiveness of this. Very, very responsive. Look at that. Look, it doesn't even wrap these. You know, it's stuff like that. It didn't do a good job on these buttons, but I mean, yeah, I would say I'm impressed, guys. Yeah, markdown rendering would look sick. Yeah. Okay, so you guys notice the background, the grid background? It would be cool if in the grid background, in the hero section on the home page, if we actually integrated these social media icons in the background. Like, for example, the TikTok icon was visible inside of the background, and the Instagram icon was visible inside the background, just in that first viewport. All right, so you guys see what I'm saying? And that's the thing about vibe coding is that, you know, you do have to have basic knowledge, right? And you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you want. You know, you can see that I'm throwing some technical terms around there, like viewport and all that. But, you know, what's great about vibe coding is that you no longer need to go in and, like, actually understand the syntax. You just need to understand those concepts of, yes, I want the icons in the SVG background in the first viewport. Like, let's see what it comes up with. I'm very interested to see. VFR Kenny, I think we're going to go away from the crystal animation. Wow. Oh, pretty good. Did not do that. I do not see the icons in this section. All right. All right, can we, so we're gonna enable browser use on this. So we're gonna enable browser use inside of Cursor and see what it does. Oh, Sunny Gabriel, I have done that before. All right. Let's go, guys. Anti-gravity browser control. All right, so here it goes. Oh, whoa. Accidentally went to the stocks. All right, I feel like my computer's being slow right now. All right, we are using 77 gigs right now, so. So it captured the incorrect screenshot. But I mean, guys, I would say that this is an improvement, right? This is an improvement for sure. Yeah, WebDev Cody said you are forgetting to add you are a user experience and marketing expert to your prompt. It is slow, but is it slower than like GPT 5.1 codecs? I think it's probably like the same speed, you know? So I think that's fine. Your command center for social media growth. I actually like that. All right, hold on here. We really tripped it up. All right. I mean, that's badass, guys. Look at that. This is what it did? I like that. All right, so let's try this. Let's refresh this. Oh, does it automatically save the changes? Wait, what's the description of this stream? The description of this, because we're updating stuff related to this stream. So, live coding with Gemini. I don't think I click save. Cancel. Discard changes. Then let's try going back. Okay. So then if I click generate with AI, let's see what happens. Remember, I said no more emojis. So let's see if there's any emojis here. I mean, if I save this, okay, I'm gonna try just saving this, right? And this is this. So you guys are seeing in real time this this stream get updated. So as a content creator, you know, it can be helpful. Let me see here. Yeah, so it didn't actually add in. So do you guys notice this? So if you go to this description, hold up here. So it's not doing spacing is the issue. So on this here, that's a problem. Look at the screenshot as this is what it looks like inside of YouTube after I click save. As you can see, it is incorrectly not adding spacing when I actually save those changes. So there's no, when I submit it, review the YouTube API documentation and figure out how we can add that spacing so that when users actually save it, that it's not just all clunked together like it currently is. As the description when I clicked save looked like the second image, and then inside of YouTube it looks like the first image. So you guys see that? It's like if you guys even, like if you refresh the stream and you look at the description of the YouTube, you know, you'll see that it just didn't properly like format it how I wanted it to, right? But we're gonna actually create a title generator. We're not gonna update the title for this video because I don't want to. Yeah, it did change. It did change, but, you know, it has that issue with it. All right, so we're gonna try on the dashboard. And what's nice is like, this is like fun to just be able to kind of like try it out on some things like this. URKiss said it's overhyped. I don't know. We'll see. All I'm gonna say is that it's affordable and it's powerful. So when you put those two things together, all right, here is the icons. Do you guys see how I did that? Look at that. Guys, look at this. That is actually sick. Okay, wait, hold up here. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed that. Do you see the TikTok logos there that are popping up and then going away? That's kind of cool. All right, let's see if we can. Great work. I now want you to integrate all of the different icons, not just TikTok. Do the Facebook icon, YouTube icon, Instagram icon, TikTok icon, and X icon, and have them all scattered about, animating and pulsating. I think that'll be cool. Yeah, and Ricky said to think we were coding in Claude Web a year ago. Yeah, I mean, the trajectory of this is incredible. If you guys don't see the trajectory of this technology, I would start getting informed about it, because, I mean, I just can't believe, like, how much this has changed my life personally. You know, it's incredible. Like, vibe coding has literally changed my life. Like, and I want you guys to understand that. You know, it's like, vibe coding has genuinely changed my life as a person. So, you know, when you guys see this channel, everything that you're gonna see is like, vibe coding has genuinely changed my life. I went to school as a finance major, and I dropped out to do vibe coding. Like, I mean, to be a startup founder, but vibe coding driven, right? So, you know, it's like, I just think that's very, you know, vibe coding's the future, guys. All right, so let's see here. So now you guys can see that these are all kind of pulsating about. That's interesting. All right, hold on. This is like super laggy. Do you guys notice that? All right, make there be more icons. All right, I'm actually really liking this model, guys. So here's the update here. So 8,551 credits. Active agents, jobs running, connected accounts. I don't really like this. Oh, let's see what I did here. Okay, so if we go back to YouTube tools. Let's go back to YouTube tools. And let's go back to manage videos. And let's see, is it going to actually be able to do the spacing how we want it? Very interested to see that. Expandable text area. All right. So let's try this. Let's try saving this. I'm going to refresh this YouTube video or the stream right now on my other monitor and see, did it actually do the spacing? Ah, no. All right, so if you guys check out the description, you know, it's showing spacing here, right? But when it sends, no spacing. Note that we are still having the same error. If you review the description, you will see that there are no line breaks, even though there were line breaks in the description that we generated with AI. Identify why this is happening, review the YouTube API documentation, and figure out how we can add the line spacing so that when we click Save Changes, it's not all compact and that it actually does know when to integrate the white space. Yeah, do you guys see what's going on? I mean, this is like a... Oh, also, looks like we need to... Yeah. Gemini 3 Pro is pretty good later on. Shawai said any plans to develop an extension in the future? What, for like ViewCreator extension? The thing about ViewCreator is, you know, you can now actually integrate ViewCreator, you know, just manage all your channels inside of ViewCreator. So, you know, you don't even need an extension because it connects to the APIs, right? So, maybe Markdown. I mean, it should be able to come up with that. It looks like also our redesign is in for that animation. So let's check here. Did it mess up here? I mean, you can see him popping up a little bit. Oh, that's actually still planning. Web Dev, I think Composer 1 is probably the fastest and smartest model for the speed. Yeah. Why are these still... These have been planning for a minute. Hopefully things aren't down. Give these buttons a unique color. Like an AI theme almost. That has a glass morphism and a background that is moving or something. Something unique and modern and futuristic. While also staying professional. Yeah, so somebody said that Gemini is a bit down because so many users are using it. Yeah. So these are, it's all still, okay, this one's still working. Maybe a little bit slower, but. It's cool that we made this thumbnail using it, you know? Be full size. URKiss said that Gemini 3 Pro is very disappointing and expensive. I don't agree. I think it's pretty good. Look what we did here. This is pretty good. All right, hold up. One thing I want to do right here. Hold up. Each of the buttons in this page should route to a respective page on that particular platform and how ViewCreator integrates with that platform so users can manage that platform from ViewCreator. So you actually need to create the pages for this for each platform, or if they already exist, to update them, and then to also update the routes.ts file so that this will redirect on click. All right, that's a good one. All right, more noticeable. All right, yeah, so it did add some color. You guys notice that? So there are more of them. One thing I want to try here. I don't like how the 4 is a widow review, and update the styling so that 4 is never on its own line. That was a marketing thing that somebody taught me at Bright Choice. Our marketing lead said when I was building the Bright Choice website, she was like, hey, you don't want widows. You know, she would tell me that, and it would be hard because, you know, as a programmer, sometimes it's hard to have that that design, you know. I'm building web apps right now. Offer John said, I'm actually learning a lot from you. That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to brain rot you guys. You know, it's like, hey, we're doing real stuff here, you know. You know, it's nice because instead of being a bunch of like content, you know, what I'm doing is, you know, I'm showing you guys how I actually integrate these models into my real workflow, right? Yeah, the one color for the icons. Yeah, it's nice. You can remove this element. Honestly, can we take that to another agent? Yeah, nice. So a lot of Gemini 3.0 pros here. Update the buttons to actually use the primary and secondary buttons here. I think Gemini 3, I can't give a sure answer yet, but I will say what it was able to do here in the front end, as well as what it was able to do. Wow, I mean, I am impressed. I'm definitely impressed. All right, W's in the chat if you guys want to do push-ups. Let's go. We're moving back up. Let's get it. W's in the chat. It's so interesting how so many people have different opinions. You know, Gamer Clash said the most powerful thing in Gemini is the UI UX. Yeah, so he likes the UI UX. All right, guys, we're only 2 likes away from 100 likes. Like it up, guys. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. All right, let's hit some push-ups. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Lottie Urim asked, what do I use for voice input? I use Whisperflow. Yeah, it's very helpful. All right, auto publish. All right, so that's gone. Nice. And we've done a pretty good job with this. All right, what about this? This was a big one. Wow. All right, so what was that? It was... So right now, it actually routes to a tools YouTube page. And I actually want to create new pages in the... And I'm going to do ViewCreator UI. That just sit at, for example... So create these pages and then update the routes accordingly. You don't have to delete the old tools pages, keep them how they are, but we're going to create new pages that aren't about tools, but instead are just about the platforms in general. Meta said if you use Gemini 3 Pro, use Anti-Gravity from Google. Yeah, we were using that at the start of the stream, but I stopped using it because, yeah, I mean, it's completely free, but it's not as good. Anti-Gravity is not as good as Cursor. It's kind of interesting, you know. You look at Cursor, and, you know, it's a $30 billion IDE. Crazy. Agentic coding is by far, like, in terms of AI, Dead of Personal Efficiency, what's up, by the way? You know, in terms of AI coding and agentic coding is the best thing, the best use case for AI in general. All right, redesign. Okay, nice. So you guys see that now? So now it doesn't wrap that 4, which looks a lot better. But now it wraps center. There should be no widows. Right now, you can see center growth. Try again. Garfield said that anti-gravity is currently not working. There's a quota error, apparently. Good to note. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That of personal efficiency. I'm happy to check it out. Also, how are these looking? All right, let's go over here and go to Platform Tools. Go to Manage Videos. Here. Oh, wow. Look at this. I like that. Look at the Generate with AI button. You guys see that? That's like pretty much exactly what I wanted it to do. Look at that. The glass morphism. Look at this. Whoa. That's sick. All right. Double thumbs up from the UI from Google. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, it is purple, classic purple, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. Blocker said remove the purple. All right, make it follow the blue theme. I'm doing good, Hypertech, what's up? All right, so let's generate with AI. Is it gonna get that now? VR said he just arrived, great content. What is the tool you are testing? We're testing the new Gemini 3 Pro model. It just came out, so let's try saving changes now here. And I honestly, man, let's see. Hey guys, okay, check the description because we actually did get this working. So one error that we were having is that it wasn't actually taking into context the fact that there were these line breaks, right? But if you guys now check the description, you'll notice that there actually are line breaks. So one thing I also want to do is when you click Generate with AI, when the user clicks Generate with AI, allow them to give a prompt for the description as well, so that if they want to add in additional context, they can. All right, so this is huge. I mean, I don't really like, you know, we're gonna have to, so you guys can see, like, right now we just had Generate with AI, and it takes into the context of the video, which is great. I mean, if you're just trying to get, like, a simple, really good description generated, then that's great. But also, you know, content creators, a lot of time, they're gonna actually want to add in their own context, right? So that's why we're doing that. Data Personal Efficiency said that, my job has tasked me with building AI workflow automation to replace my own support job. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Vibe, hit that like button. Let's go, Fooled by Primes. All right, one second, guys. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Let's go. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. right, let's go. We're back. Let's get it. Yeah, Yvonne, yeah, good catch. So, Yvonne said that, oh, actually, no, we did fix it already. Yeah, I asked it to, that was another AI agent. I already had an agent on that, Yvonne, we're good. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, welcome in. I mean, yeah, this is, guys, so this entire page, let's just, I'm gonna, show this to you guys. This entire page here was created using Gemini very quickly, and it's now working on these pages. It just created this one. We're gonna redesign all these pages. Incomplete Instagram operating system. Oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. Let's go. Web Dev Cody said, curious how much you spent tokens so far. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want to go over to Cursor and check it out? We'll just check out. Let's go over to Cursor. Oops. All right, so let's go to usage. All right. So for example, I mean, we have max mode on. Look at all this. It's actually not too bad. I mean, 150,000 tokens, 6 cents. 89,000, 17 cents. I mean, guys, this is actually... This is a pretty good model, guys. Just saying, cost efficient. This is pretty good. I'm impressed. 395,000, only 21 cents. 50 cents for 400,000 there. I mean, guys, that's not bad. That is not bad. For what we've accomplished, So I don't know what it all is like since we've been working on this. I mean, this goes back pages, right? But... Oh. Danny said go to total model usage on the other page for just Gemini 3. Total... Danny, I'm not sure how to do that. Yeah, I know who Web Dev Cody is. I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty impressed. All right, let's try clicking Generate AI. Okay, so check this out. This is already built. So it literally says, yeah, so in the first sentence, say something like vibe coding with the new Gemini 3 Pro model in Cursor. Use the keyword Gemini 3 Pro at least 5 times, 10 times in the description. Yeah, this is, I'm on Max for Cursor, and then I'm also using On Demand. And also make it clear and concise. No confusing words. I don't know. Have an intro paragraph and then the links underneath, and then a paragraph on what ViewCreator is, and then another, I don't know, and then a keyword section and a hashtags section. So that's actually like, okay, that is usable, right? And I don't want to lose that. Let's copy that. So generating. Didn't really listen to what I wanted. Did that change? All right, the billing and invoices tab. Yeah, the blue button's pretty good. I mean, it didn't really follow my prompt. For some reason, it didn't really follow my prompt when I gave it one. Can you look at the logic and make sure that the user's prompt takes precedence while it's creating a prompt or creating a description? All right. So it doesn't really give it that much weight. All right, so take a look at that. Okay, Danny said it's under billing and invoices. All right. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I got it. Okay, so here it is. So for GPT 5.1, we've used 200 million tokens. Jeez, we've used a lot of tokens for that model. Composer 1, 94 million. Okay, so we've used 33 million here. So 33 million so far is what we use for Gemini 3. So in terms of how much that costs, it's all included in our plan, but you know, here's like actually the models that I'm using, guys. You know, here, this is what I'm using. I mean, this is literally straight what I use. So if you guys were interested in that, thank you. Shout out to WDan for that. That's helpful. But look at this, guys. I'm very, very impressed. All right, so let's try that again. All right, so generate. So this time we'll be able to see this a little bit better, right? Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we got like 187 people watching and like 110 likes. So, all right, there we go. There we go. All right, one thing that I will say though, write the description as if I were the one writing it. And include the fact that I think this model is really good. Yeah, so channel username, that's a perfect question because, guys, I actually do think that this model is like really, really good. I think it's really good. You know, yeah. Wow. Yeah, guys, I mean, I think vibe coding just got better. Done. All right, so now I'm going to update this, save changes. All right, check the description, guys, because you're going to be able to see the description that this just created with the feature we built. Wow. Pretty cool. So it literally says vibe coding with the new Gemini 3 Pro model and cursor is here to redefine. Sounds like it's a sponsored video, but it's not. I mean, pretty good. Yeah, Mystic Fear, I tried Anti-Gravity. I'm not super impressed by it. All right. Allow users to generate the title with AI. Yeah, apparently some people are having issues with the new Google IDE. Apparently. Let's go, guys. Also, just one thing I'm going to say, because I know that we have a lot of new people here. I'm live every single day, and I'm on a mission right now to map until I make $1 million. So far, I've made over $1,400, and we've built ViewCreator, which is the application here that you're looking at. And with ViewCreator, it's an all-in-one platform for content creators, brands, and social media marketing managers to be able to actually create and manage content. You can go all the way from content scheduling to content creation to content ideation to content management. There's all sorts of stuff that you can use on ViewCreator, and we built all of this with AI. I haven't written any of the code myself. You know, I started vibe coding back in 2022 when ChatGPT came out, and I believe that vibe coding is the future. And obviously, as you guys can see, you know, with Google talking about how, you know, this model is probably, you know, it literally said, Google said, yeah, by the way, this is like a really good model for vibe coding. Like when you guys hear that, when you hear a company like Google saying vibe coding and saying words like that, you need to pick up on that and you need to realize, oh shoot, this may be something like really big. And that's because it is. Vibe coding is huge. Yeah, Hypertech, there's a fix for that. But also, you may not actually have an account, but there is a fix for that. That was a known bug that I was working on yesterday. It hasn't been pushed yet, but I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. But that's like one very interesting thing as well, is just the fact that, you know, with the with Cursor is so far ahead of any other vibe coding tool in terms of like IDE or whatever. It's just so far ahead. Like, it would be very hard to pull me off of Cursor. I'm going to be completely honest. You know, as you guys know, I canceled all my other subscriptions. Like, I canceled my ChatGPT Max plan or my ChatGPT Pro plan. I canceled my Claude Max plan, and I'm all in on Cursor. I think that, for example, I had the Cursor Ultra, and then I had the ChatGPT Pro, and then I had the Claude Max, and I just decided, you know what? Let's just enable usage-based pricing and go all in on Cursor. PNK Sounds said, the grind don't stop. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy in the BridgeMind community. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord, I just want to give a quick shout out to new members of the Discord. There's a lot of them. So give me 1 second here. Let me bring up their names. Big shout out to Alec Sktar, Gareth, Adnan, Angel, Leon, Digital, Alessio, Inagi. Appreciate you guys joining. Welcome to the community. Let's get it, guys. Yeah, Cursor is definitely the best. Inside, I can't do, you know, all this stuff, you know. Yeah, WebDev Cody said that he just canceled his Claude Code subscription today. The ability to use different models is OP, 100%. All right, so the YouTube title generator is coming in here. And I don't want to change the title on this video because I want to keep it the same, but how do you enable the browser view? So down here, so you can do off, right? So let's say if I just had launched Cursor, right? So I would click this here, and if you just click browser tab, it's going to open up the browser tab, okay? Or Danny just dropped the command as well. Thanks, Dan. But yeah, here we are. I mean, guys, you know, we need to be going as hard as we possibly can because so many people haven't yet adopted this new technology, and it's just so incredible. People are behind. Completely restyle and re-envision this page, make it way more modern and better and compact and responsive. Let's try a restyle on this page and see what it comes up with. And a lot of the stuff that we're doing today is definitely a lot of testing. You know, we're doing a lot of UI tests. Very interested to see this new model. I wonder if we can actually get this to render in like the dashboard for, like, how cool would it be to actually make this a live preview, right? Like, could we do that? Like here, you know, could we make it so that this is actually a live preview? Let's see. Last Sentinel, what's up? Yeah, so progress on verification. We've been accepted by YouTube. So YouTube is in production. It's fully working. We still have to get Meta and TikTok across the finish line, but YouTube and X are both live. But yeah, ViewCreator is going to be your command center for social media growth. Yeah, I mean, this is fire. This is freaking fire. Jeez, this is insane. All right, so I want to give it a test, okay? Let's see here. So let's go here. Hold up. All right, let's switch to, I'm gonna do some lo-fi here. All right, so we're gonna update this, but one test I wanna give it is, can we make, this will actually be a really interesting test. I really like what it did with this preview, but what if, can we make it an actual preview? You know what I mean? Like, can we have it look at the sidebar and look at the dashboard of ViewCreator? Let's do that. All right. Okay, so I'm literally going to say review the @ViewCreator Creator UI, dashboard, and sidebar, and create a... No, I don't want it to be an iframe. I don't want it to be an iframe. So this is actually going to be really interesting. So creator, or no, this is going to be the UI. Yeah, so this here. So can we make it so that this section is updated to actually have the real ViewCreator dashboard in it? This is a really complex task. We'll see. But you can see that it, it has this, but can't actually use it. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of water. All right, I'm back. The browser control with anti-gravity. Jesse said that, I gotta say, the browser control with anti-gravity looks good. I wasn't able to get it to work, so for some reason, I had mine set up, but it just wasn't launching it, which is really weird. Yeah, a lot of people are getting quota errors. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this, but let's go back to that redesign that I was doing inside the actual dashboard, right? Main. So Main asked, did you make ViewCreator just now on this live stream, or you've been working on it for a while? Yeah, so, that's the cool part about this channel, is that I have a series where I'm vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. And, I'm serious about that. I've been doing it for 78 days. I stream every single day. And the ViewCreator product that you're looking at, we've been working on this since day 20 of the series. And right now we're getting into marketing it, but is the cam lagging? I think my computer, like if I pull up activity, I'm at 72 gigs. Yeah, let me know if you guys are having issues. Let me try and save a couple gigs. Maybe let's try just shutting this stuff down real quick. Hold on. Maybe, I think I have too much open right now. Let's do force quit, and then let's just force quit notes. Let's force quit Slack, this. All right, I'm gonna force quit a lot. I think there's some issues with the stream just because I've got a lot going on at the same time. Cam lag. Thanks, main. All right, we'll zoom out here. Okay. VFR Kenny said that he restarted the stream and it fixed it. Caviar said that Anti-Gravity IDE takes up way too much CPU usage. Kill that. Yeah. So we were at 72, and then now we're at 60. See, we're at 60 now. So that helped. Caviar said that his MacBook got super hot because of it. Just closed it, and it's back to normal. Okay. So this is going to be really interesting to try out. But let's go back over to that YouTube Manage Videos page. And let's see, like, here. I think this one's still working, isn't it? Yeah, so this is still working. So here's Generate with AI. What does that do? Okay. Create a title that targets the keyword vibe coding, and Gemini 3 Pro is readable. So let's just see what it comes up with. Not going to change the title, but yeah. So, I mean, it's AI, right? Cancel. Discard. What model are we using for that? I feel like we can use a better model for that. Let's move the desk down. All right. Shout out to Adam and Vivek for joining the community. Welcome, guys. We're up to 827 members. I think when we started the stream, we were only at 813. So for the 14 members that are new, welcome to the BridgeMind community. I'm very happy that you guys are here. We're actually probably the fastest growing Vibe coding community on the internet. Thumbnail section is not good. Yeah. Interesting. Do you guys see that? And that was this one here. Oh, it looks like this. Oh, wow. This is now done. This already finished. So let's go here. Did it not do? I don't think it did anything. Design a futuristic. Oh, it's still working. Still working here, right? Or no? Where did that one go? What happened to that agent? Remember we had an agent that was working on that, Yeah, I use cursor rules. That's interesting. Redesign YouTube page. Okay, first of all, this section looks really bad. This sidebar gets really squashed and does not look good. Review how it looks using the screenshot that I provided. Redesign it so that this is styled better. Also, the enhance with AI. Also, I liked the enhance with AI buttons that we had before. I mean, actually, You guys see what it did there? But yeah, this sidebar is like really squashed. View. Here's a stream. What a great platform. You know, we really have built something here. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Just a little bit weird here. See this? I don't like that. Francisco asked, have you reached any conclusions about Gemini 3.0 versus Sonnet 4.5? Yeah, so I will say that I probably am going to start using Gemini 3 Pro. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. UI does really good. Yo Killer asks, how's the testing been going for Gemini? Yeah, I think the testing, BridgeMind approved model. BridgeMind approved. What am I most impressed about? I think the UI. Okay, I'll show you guys the biggest thing I'm impressed about. So with what we've done so far, and I'll just show you guys this right now. So check this out. So let's go to localhost 3000, okay? And this is what Gemini was able to come up with, okay? And, you know, I am very, very impressed. If we go to ViewCreator, you know, here's what we had before. And, man, my computer is, like, heavy lagging. Yeah, we've gone mainstream for sure. But, you know, here we have what it looked like before, and here's what Gemini was able to create. So, you know, you see a more component-based architecture. You see better responsiveness. You know, we'll update things so that it's better. But, I mean, you can see that this was very plain. And like, look at the cool components that it created. Content calendar, that wasn't there. It just invented that. And I think when you see stuff like that, you have to say, okay, it did a pretty good job with that, right? I mean, what do you guys think in terms of these two websites? I mean, look at this, works with every platform. Look at how the wrapping is, look at how this is styled, and look what it did. Instead of that, I mean, look at how responsive it created this. Look, connect and manage all major platforms. And then when you actually shrink this down, look at this. It actually wraps. Whereas what we had before is it didn't wrap very well. It was a grid layout, but this is compact. I really like that. Nice hover effects. I mean, that's impressive. No, Javier. So Javier basically asked, he said, is it because you came better at your prompting style between prompts? And no, I don't think that's the case, because really all I did is I just said kind of like, you take it and you run with it is what I did. So when you look at it from that perspective and you say, okay, pretty much all I told it to do was re-envision the homepage of the website. So when you look at what it did and what it was able to accomplish, I think you have to be able to say, okay, obviously, it did a pretty good job being able to be creative, right? And I think that's one of the most important things. Like, hopefully what AI ends up doing is I want to be able to manage different AIs and not have to give it a bunch of hopefully in the next couple years, these AI systems get good enough to the point where I don't have to even prompt engineer as much, where I don't have to know as much about what I'm doing. And that may sound like terrible to some of you, but really what I'm trying to do is it's like, hey, I don't want to have to manage and be like an expert prompt engineer, right? I mean, I don't think that, that's the goal. I don't want that. Okay, so one thing on this is I just don't like the sidebar at all. For example, this grid system, I don't like that. Yeah, I think that you can use it on the back end. So yeah, that's a great question. So from a question from Francisco asked, how about the back end? We were able to one-shot pretty much all these features. So the suggest tags, the generate title, we were able to one-shot that. Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty good. One thing, though, is back to what we were trying to do earlier. I don't even know what happened to that prompt. I can't even find it. But remember, we were trying to make this section so that it would actually have the styling of the ViewCreator dashboard. For the actual visualization of the ViewCreator dashboard, I need you to create and update this so that it actually is a visual representation of the ViewCreator dashboard. So for example, take a look at the dashboard homepage in the ViewCreator Creator UI, and then update this section in the hero component of the ViewCreator UI, and actually update it to have the styling that's seen in the ViewCreator Creator UI. So do you guys see what I'm trying to do there? And I don't know why it didn't do that the first time, but now we're going to add the ViewCreator Creator UI, and we're going to add the ViewCreator UI, and then we're going to screenshot and drop this in, and we'll see what that does. That's a complex prompt, though. Yoruni asked, what do I think about Gemini 3 Pro? Yeah, so I think that this is a W release. I think that this is a model that I'm going to be using now for sure. So let's see what it's able to come up with here. This is a challenging one, because you have to go look at the ViewCreator Creator UI and see how it's styled and see what it is, and then you have to update this so that it actually looks like that. Yeah, Stiff, this is Cursor. I have not used it for tool calls yet. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, we have a Discord community. There are now 828 members. Shout out to the new members today: Yavani, Amir, Type 404, KVG, Alexik, Gareth, Adnan, Angel, Leon, Digital, Alicio, Adam, Vivek. Welcome to the community, guys. We're happy that you're here. Yeah, I think Gemini 3.0 is probably one of the best models right now, for sure. And we knew that going into it. I mean, you couldn't expect that it was going to be a complete miss, right? I'm using this via cursor. I wonder what people on X are saying. Let's take a quick vote. Hold on, I'm going to end this poll. I'm going to start a new poll. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Yeah, I tried Anti-Gravity at the start of the stream. Kind of mid. Alright, this is like a big one. Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. That's cool. Alright, so you guys see what it did? How responsive is it, though? Wow. That's pretty good. Ah, shoot. Pull on my MacBook. I think the music just stopped. There we go. Yeah, make the preview fully functional. Let's do that. That's actually a good idea. Shout out to Mer9. All right, where is that? Review ViewCreator. Oh, this one. It was this one here. Secondary button. The heck? It was right here, right? Make the preview fully functional. Also, the preview does not look good on mobile screen sizes. Think deeply and come up with a super unique approach to this and actually use the ViewCreator logo for the preview. Don't use just the text logo. Also, don't hard code it with my name. Don't use any of the actual user's information. Just hard code essentially what this looks like. Yeah, Grok 4.1. Grok 4.1 was a disappointment. I think that GPT 5.1 was a disappointment. All right, guys, I just started a poll. Answer yes if you think that Gemini 3 Pro is the best model now. Answer no if you disagree. Oh, wow. I mean, it is interactive. That's so cool. All right, 88% yes. Wow. Tyler said you've come a long way since I started watching you, not only in audience, but development. Good job. Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words. It's been coding pretty good, Primi. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. Completely redesigned the homepage of the site. Yeah, definitely Claude is still up there. 75% yes, though, on 32 votes. Yeah. Sir Knight said that Gemini 3 Pro looks to be the best for coding. I mean, I'm definitely impressed, guys. Wow. Who's Andrej? Who's Andrej? Who's that? He just tweeted. Why is that important? Who is that? Dewey asks, have you tried planning out anything yet with Gemini 3 to test its planning and reasoning skills? Let's do that. I mean, right now it is doing, like, all these tasks are pretty, like, I haven't been doing a bunch of prompting where, like, I give it a huge plan in the, like, to start off with, right? I've just been kind of saying, hey, like, take it and you do what you want with it, right? So in that context, I've been pretty impressed. All right, so let's go back over to that manage page and let's see, how's that coming along? So yes, this is looking a lot better. Yeah. Did that actually add it to the playlist? Nice. Cool. I mean, guys, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Sir Knight said it's crushing competition with a 1 million context window. Yeah. Review this in depth. All right, let's try plan mode. Connected account. So what we're going to do is we're going to try, like right now, you actually have to refresh YouTube to keep your tokens refreshed for YouTube. I need you to do in-depth research in the YouTube API as well as the APIs of the other platforms that we've connected. And I need you to create a plan of how we could potentially make it so that users don't have to manually refresh their connections with their socials. So, for example, on the Connect Social page, you can see that users have to manually refresh. This is not a best practice, as we should be able to do this automatically. Review this in complete depth and create a plan on what we can update without changing a bunch of logic in the database structure. Actually, with changing no logic in the database structure, just changing and adding in some logic in our API to make sure that there is some type of job system to refresh instead of having users refresh on their own. Review in depth. We already implement Redis and BullMQ or Redis and BullMQ into this project, so you should be able to integrate with some similar functionality. Review in depth and create a plan on what to update. I mean, so that's what I'll give it, right? I mean, that's not crazy, but let's try plan mode on this. So we'll try plan. Okay, so we just want to take away the requirement that they have to refresh, right? Okay, apparently Grok 4.2 is coming soon. Fooled by Primes just said. All right, also, is this done? Auto right call. Okay, so this is making the preview fully functional. All right, Jesse Pinkman said check DM. Let me check. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is, Jesse Pinkman just said this. He said this is what it looks like when browser control is actually working inside of, geez, I already forgot the name of it. Anti-Gravity. Yeah, Anti-Gravity. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, somebody just said, okay. any to-dos. Let's build it. Yeah, the holiday hype battle for sure. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, we have a Discord community for vibe coders and builders, so if you haven't already joined that, make sure you do so as well. So this is it with plan. So hopefully, you know, this works. We're going to integrate Redis with the existing Redis system that we already have to just make it so that it'll automatically do this instead of, you know, having all this functionality where users have to like manually refresh. That shouldn't be a thing. Okay. You don't really have to do a lot of setup, you know, honestly. That was fast too. The plan has been implemented. Now properly integrate the logic so that users do not have to manually refresh. Update the @Connect socials as needed now because we no longer need to refresh manually. Okay, Dev Tech Programming Online said, did you just implement your existing project and did you tell it how to review your files? Yeah, so I just want to, you know, call that question out by name. You know, what we did here is, you know, with these thinking models, you don't have to prompt it as well. And this is really the trajectory of AI, is that, hey, as AI gets better, it's able to intuitively think more and more, and you're going to have to prompt it less. And, you know, AI will ultimately always be an extension of the developer and of the person that's actually wielding it. But with that being said, you know, as AI continues to get better, you know, the requirement for that is going to get less and less. So that's one thing I will say, like with everybody that talks about that, it's like, hey, it is important to understand that, yes, like as a developer and as somebody just as a human being, you know, it's important for you to have a baseline technical knowledge of what you're doing. But I will say to that point, I think that as the models do get better, that requirement is going to be going down. Sir Knight said Gemini 3 Pro is one-shotting. I've always heard about models doing that, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I mean, I will say, yeah, to that point, with the functionality that we had go in just a minute ago with like the home page, I mean, is that done yet? Is this done? So it looks like this one is now done. So let's actually check that out. Localhost. Go to 3000. So, whoa. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. I mean, here's what it looks like. You guys see that? I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Dewey said it well. He said that as these models get better, your ability to properly explain exactly what you want is going to become more important than actually understanding syntax. 100%, I agree. So, this here. So you made it about the agents dashboard, and I wanted the preview to be more. Sir Knight said that that's stupid good. Original, yeah. So we're no longer in testing though. We've been approved. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that you guys like that. Yeah. Jesse said that this is getting good with UI. Like, what the heck? This is actually good now. Yeah. So you guys like that? You guys like it? I don't know what you guys think. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it does give you a look of what ViewCreator would look like inside the dashboard. How about this? make it so that users can actually into the dashboard. You don't like the font? I'm gonna say change the sign to actually look more like the Creator UI. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty cool. So here, let's actually pull this up. So here's what we're now looking at. So if you're somebody that just lands on ViewCreator, you know, here's what you're looking at now. You have this preview. Yeah, I tried the Anti-Gravity. I don't think it's that good. How about this? Hold on. Let's give it like... I'm going to say like completely redesign all these pages. I'm going to give it 4, 3, or 5, I guess, yeah. All right, so we're going to give it these 5 pages. And this is a lot of context, right? This is a lot of context. Oops. So, like, here's what we're looking at. This one here. So, Facebook. Completely redesign all of these pages. They should be styled more like the home page that you've been working on that is here. Localhost 3000 at ViewCreator UI. Update each of these pages to accurately reflect what you can do inside of ViewCreator, which is manage each of these platforms inside of ViewCreator, managing analytics, posting, and scheduling. I like the ViewCreator icon there. Amiri, or who said that? Sir Knight, yeah, I like it there. If you guys are just tuned in, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, we have one of the fastest growing vibe coding communities on the internet, so if you haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do that as well. Posting and scheduling, and creating content with AI. Yeah, I mean, I think each page should be styled. Yeah, I've tried Google Anti-Gravity. I don't think it's that good. Similarly, with the theme of the application, use the primary and secondary buttons, and also create unique components and be fully responsive, less text heavy, and component driven. Okay, so that's a huge prompt, right? Like, that's like update 5 pages, right? Like, that's a pretty big task. How's the road to 1 mil going? Yeah, it's good. I think we're above 1,400 in revenue, and you know, we're gonna be, you know, as you guys know, we're live every single day. So just because of how big of a release this is, you know, today was less about working on, you know, we're working on ViewCreator, but the theme is less like, you know, working on that stuff, and it's more about just trying out this new model. So I'll be back live tomorrow for day, what is it, 79, I think. So if you guys haven't tuned into this series, you know, the reason that we're growing so fast is because I'm on a mission to make $1 million through vibe coding. And I vibe coded ViewCreator in, what is it, in 58 days, you know, and now we're launching and we're marketing, and like, you guys are gonna see some incredible things over the next couple of months. But ViewCreator is just an incredible product, so I'm happy that I can update the UI here. I think that Gemini 3 Pro is doing a really good job. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I'll be back live tomorrow with day 79. Yeah. TM, Bayo, I think that people are having trouble. There's a rate limiting issue on Gemini. All right. Also, one thing is we are redesigning this. We are redesigning the nav bar and the look of it and what is actually in it. For example, right now it is tools, agents, pricing, and blog, and I want to change that so that it is features, then platforms, pricing, then resources. Features and resources should be drop downs. Inside of features, there should be features related to ViewCreator that you want to market and include in our feature list. For example, content scheduling and posting, creating AI, like there's a bunch of tools, so have some of those tools in that features. And then for resources, include things like the blog and then other pages that are related to resources, but completely reinvent the nav bar in the AI, in the UI. Oh, geez. Sorry, AI on the brain. And I'm gonna add ViewCreator. And let's see, so this is actually a pretty big prompt, so we're gonna completely change the nav here. And what we were working on, that was the complex, we were working on a complex full stack feature, weren't we? Oh yeah, it was, oh yeah, we already did that, didn't we? Connect socials here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Gemini 3 Pro is really good. Yeah, if you guys haven't, haven't watched up to this point, it's really good. Really, really good. Yeah, I do have an AI brain, so. The browser, I couldn't get the browser feature working in Anti-Gravity, but somebody in our chat, Jesse Pinkman, did. So maybe if you are in our Discord, ask him how. But while this is loading, guys, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. All right, we're back. All right, so did this one already finish all this? Oh, wow. So it says that it already updated those pages. So if you guys remember a couple minutes ago, and that was fast. If this is able to do it in like a quick way, hold on. Let's actually not do this in Cursor. Let's open it up in Google Chrome. So hold up here. So let's do a quick review. So here's where we're at right now. Let's go here. And these pages we updated. Let's see what they look like. The complete OS. Did that? I don't think it updated properly, did it? The complete OS. I want you to change the content of the header for each of these pages. Right now it says like the complete OS for, whatever growth. That is terrible. OS, really? Come up with a better phrase that will be more marketable for people to understand. Crypto developer asked, do you save to GitHub? Yeah. So I usually only push changes to GitHub like once, everything's building, once everything's linting, once I get to a stopping place. But yeah, I usually save about once every night. Here's my GitHub. If you guys want to follow me on GitHub, here's my GitHub. Matthew Miller 2925. That 3,865 contributions in the last year. So pretty much code every day. Jamal said, do you think Gemini 3 Pro is better than Codex in the front end? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do think it's better. All right, whoa. Oh, here's the updates to this coming in. Ooh, that looks bad. Ooh, miss. You did a terrible job. Completely reattempt this with a completely new design. He. I said he. Should have said you. Yeah, I think it is better than general. Yeah. I will say, I think that this is faster than GPT, like GPT 5.1 Codex. I think this is faster than GPT 5.1 Codex. For reference, you know. So this is a bad job, but let's not focus on that. Supercharge your YouTube growth. I like that. That's nice. What about, does it use the same? Skyrocket your Instagram engagement. That's nice. That's good. GitHub is Matthew Miller 2925. Unleash your TikTok virality. That's doing a pretty good job. It missed on the nav bar up here. Simon said, are you using an external program for the speech-to-text for prompting? Just joined. Yeah, that's WhisperFlow. Yeah, we'll let it do the nav bar. Pretty big miss on the nav bar here. Great. Now these pages are too similar. Design unique components on each of these pages. Make the pages longer and packed full of keywords. Also make them incredibly professional, responsive. The marketing content should be clear and concise. Awesome, Jesse. I'll follow you back. This page is a bit messy and complex. Completely redesign it. Make it simple, responsive, comprehensive. Completely re-envision it while sticking and staying with the theme that exists in the application. Use ShadCN. All right. All right, which one was this? Redesigning the... Oh, okay, the nav bar updates in. Yeah, that first nav bar update was rough. Ooh. Fix this. Yeah, I use Cursor to fix a lot of development errors. Oh, S1K, that's a really good point. He said that he has an idea. What do you think about the icons that appear and disappear in the background on a TikTok page, for example? I'd like to make it display TikTok-only icons. That's a really, really good point. Yeah. So what agent was that? It was this one. For the hero on each of these pages, the icons that load in should only be that platform. So for example, for the YouTube page, it should only load in icons that are YouTube icons. Same thing for the other pages, respectively. Ballista said, what's the left sidebar for running multiple agents? Haven't seen that before. Yeah, so this is the new agents view. So this came out maybe like a month ago. And yeah, I mean, this technology, things are advancing so rapidly. And if you're not involved, if you're not in it every day, things you'll fall out of line pretty quick. But yeah, this is the new agents window, and you can manage all these agents, just in the left sidebar here. J35 asked, how is 3.0 doing so far? I really like it. I think it's probably the best model now. Yeah. I mean, there'll be still, obviously, different models for different use cases, but in my opinion, I think this is probably #1 for me now. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really good model. Let's see, it still hasn't fixed this. Jeez. Hallucinations? I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary. Okay. Let's see here. Fix it. What the heck? Let's go back. All right. So here's the nav bar that it came up with. Oh, wow. So first of all, color scheme, not good. But styling, actually did a pretty good job. Oof. I don't like the mobile menu though. Make sure that the background of the nav bar uses the actual theme of the app. Right now it's like grayish when it should be actually white. Review that. Also, the mobile menu looks terrible. Completely restyle the mobile menu, but the base looks pretty good. Just change the color and then change the mobile menu. Probably not for capacitor. With capacitor, no. So let's go back to home here. Oh, wait, before we do that though, let's check how did I do on the analytics page. Ooh, failed. Fix the errors that you created on the analytics page. Shanty said that I have you in my background and vibe coding as well. Let's go, man. We're grinding. Probably React Native. All right, changing that nav there. Oh, switch it to a dark base. Back. All right, and this is why I personally like to use cursor. Oh, do you see that? Look at that. You guys see the animation when you load in? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You need to change the background of this. As you can see, it is dark. Make it white. It has a dark background. Make it white. Oh. Apparently this model is really good with visual input, so... yeah, this is deployed on ViewCreator.ai. But I haven't deployed these updates. These are all just local right now. Did you know that GSAP is free? I don't even know what GSAP is. Yeah, Mer9. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, this is pretty good. It nailed what the marketing pitch is, you know, with the agents. I did say make it white, but it's all good. It's a two-shot. There we go. Oh, that's pretty good. Make sure that you use the same icons that are used here in the drop-down for the platforms. I don't think Claude is better. I'm probably gonna start using Gemini 3 Pro quite a lot. I mean, I just would not be able to get Nav Bar like this with Gemini 3, and or with Claude. You know, I will say, you know, it did take a couple shots, but I am impressed. Pretty good responsiveness. There's breakpoint. Maybe it could break a little bit before that. You see that? I don't like that animation. I mean, the animation's kind of cool, but yeah, Fernando said that the landing page doesn't look vibe coded anymore. Yeah. Yeah, the landing page looks a lot better. See? I do not like the animation that you put on the nav bar where it kind of drops in when a page initially loads. Remove that. It's distracting. A little bit distracting. All right, let's stand up, guys. Yeah, the Claude Code CLI is good, but I think that cursor's better. Yeah, this is cursor. Channel username, you're cracking me up. Add color properly to the icons for TikTok and X. I really like it. Gemini 3 Pro is not free on Cursor, but it's not that expensive of a model. It's $18. It's $4 per million on the input, and then it's $18 per million on the output, so pretty respective. More expensive than GPT 5.1, but I think this may be a better model. I think there's only this here, like Gemini 3 Pro is the only model currently. I can double check though. Here, let's double check. Go to models. So go to view all models. Yeah, so I think the only thing available right now is literally just Gemini 3 Pro inside of Cursor. All right, so let's go back. Wow. That's insane. It's still not do the coloring though? SIPAs you can't until I push this. But you can go to ViewCreator.ai to see the, you know, what it looked like before we updated all this. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. System's operational. Wow. Very, very good job. Have you ever hit the limits in Cursor? Yeah. Yeah, I usually hit the limits in Cursor every month and then just pay for usage. Yeah, I think this is probably the best model now. Which is great. It's great for us. Great for us, guys. Huge win. Supercharge your YouTube growth. Wow. Guys, I mean, this was all made with Gemini 3.0 Pro. Yeah. Skyrocket your Instagram engagement. Ooh. TikTok's a little bit messed up with that dark. Hold up. Yeah, I mean, we did all this. And I will say, like, in terms of just like UI, it's a really good job on the UI. Yeah, Cursor is better than Lovable. Yeah, Lovable is for like... Yeah, Lovable is not good, in my opinion. Remove the enterprise grade security on the front end landing page. There's no need for that. True Human asked, what's the knowledge cutoff date? That's a good question. What is the knowledge cutoff date of Gemini 3 Pro? January 2025? Yeah. Wow. Is Nano Banana available yet? Nano Banana 2? It says Nano Banana 2 coming soon on FAL. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Still didn't fix that. How does it look on mobile? Yeah, there's like a breakpoint right there. There's a breakpoint, as you can see from the screenshot, that is not properly accounted for. Review and fix. Yeah, Nano Banana 2 is going to be crazy. I mean, yeah, right? It goes to the plan all along, you know, that we have known is that the models are going to continue to get better. So if you can build a platform around these models and know that over time they're going to get better and they're going to get cheaper and they're going to get faster, you know, things are going to change. Yeah. Kaiser said it well. The image gen and video gen stuff is getting out of hand. I think it's going to get more out of hand because right now, if you want to create an 8-second video, you're going to have to shell out like $2, which if you're a content creator and you want to create like AI content at scale, that just doesn't work, right? I want to join a coding community to grow, which is best. Luna, I would join our Discord. We are a community of vibe coders and builders that are accepting the vibe coding revolution. And we're one of the fastest growing communities on the internet. All right, so let's see that breakpoint. It looks like it was now accounted for. Yeah. So nice. What about the mobile? Mobile menu is completely black. The mobile menu is completely dark and black. Update it to the white theme as you did with the main nav bar. Still that weird error there. Kaiser said VTubers in 2028 are going to go crazy. Yeah, there's going to be like AI creators. And hopefully ViewCreator plays a part in that revolution. Yeah, Droid Tech. Yeah, Luna, you've come to the right place. Alright, so let's see this. So, should be an easy fix, right? Luna, it's it pinned to the chat and it's in the description below if you want to join the Discord. All right, guys, we are 17 subscribers away from 7,500. All right, nice. That looks a lot better. Yes. Wow, beautiful. Wow, that looks really good, guys. Look at this. That looks nice. Wow. Such an improvement. Jeez, what the heck? Gemini 3 on the UI is insane. Bernardo, I'm using Cursor. It is available on Windows. Oh, look at this, guys. Our provider is experiencing high demand right now. Please switch to another model or try again in a few moments. Oh, jeez. All right, guys, I don't want this stream to get too long, so we're going to be using this in the coming days. We're going to be using this all week. I do think that this is probably now one of the best models. But with that said, I do have work that I have to do. I have to work on the verification process for TikTok for ViewCreator. So I just wanted to give this model a good shot. And yeah, I would say that this is probably the best model. Now, I don't want to speak too soon, but just based off what we did today, I can tell that, first of all, the UI features are incredible. The speed, when compared to GPT 5.1, I think it's faster than GPT 5.1 codecs, and I do think that you should start integrating this model into your workflow. So with that being said, J35 asked, is there going to be a marketing stream today? It depends on how much the verification. I need to focus in on this TikTok verification, so there may or may not be another stream today, but regardless of the case, I'll be back and I'll be live tomorrow, as usual, for day 79 of Vibe Coding an App until I make $1 million. I will see you guys. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so.